This PGA Tour moment is brought to you by True Green.
Tiger Woods' victory at the 2019 Masters will go down as one of his most dramatic. It had been 14 years since his last victory at Augusta National. And it was 11 years since he won a major. Not to mention 2 years since he felt his career was over due to injury.
There was no future. I just wanted to be able to walk again.
With a dramatic victory, Tiger joined Jack Nicklaus as the only players to win the Masters in 3 different decades.
True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Monday afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, this Monday, April 7th edition. And Mason is back from vacation. Shocking, John's not here. Did these guys ever do a show together? Marcus Grant sitting in for Johnny I. We will get Johnny I's thoughts on one of the biggest Lakers wins all season. And look ahead to Game 2 tomorrow against the Thunder, as the final week of the NBA season is upon us. And what else is upon us? The Dodgers seem to be human after all. We'll talk about that. And, of course, the usual fun and fare. I really want to hear about the rest of Mace's vacation. That's just me. Let's do it. The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon. Do we do this? Oh, no.
Listen in Ireland, listen in Ireland, listen in Ireland. You little Lakers for life, Lakers for life, Lakers for life. You little
Win, lose, Lakers for life, baby. Let's go.
But how often is it actually Mason and Ireland?
You know, I actually hit the wrong button and just decided I'll roll with that.
I'll
I'll roll with that. This is what I was looking for.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Yeah, I think that was in the open.
Was that in it? I liked playing it once myself. So Marcus Grant's filling in for Ireland. Bergman is here today.
Hey.
Bergman, what's the angle? What you texted me today? You said, "Hey, I want to do some show with you."
I think it was just that. I just want to do some show with you. I miss it. I miss being in here.
Do you?
He misses you, man.
How long, Laura, has it been? About a month and a half?
Nah, you pop
I don't
in
even
so
know if it's
much.
been that long.
Has it not been that long?
No, I don't think
it
it's been
feels
that
like
long.
it feels like 3 years. And I just need to get back on the radio.
Yeah,
with you.
no, it's
and
nice
Marcus,
to have
who I
Bergman
see
back.
every morning.
I see you in a little box on my computer screen
That's right.
every morning.
That's right. The Blue Review. I don't have the Blue Review theme song, but I know it's very popular.
I think Ross said he can do it live.
Blue
With Bergman and team.
The Blue Review.
So everybody can do that theme song?
Yeah.
So
a great show.
hell of a great trip. It was kind of like my birthday trip.
Okay.
So I had my birthday party, and then there was a week, and then had the big adventure through New York and through Vegas, and it was super. I mean, it was just one of the most exciting trips I've ever had.
What was the highlight of all of it? Was it Saturday Night Live or was it the Sphere?
I think Sphere. Sphere was the highlight. I mean, the Eagles are just, and it was so cool seeing Deacon Fry, who has become a friend of the show, friend of the state, friend of all of us. It's super cool guy, and just the idea of seeing him on stage in front of thousands of people and knowing he was just in my backyard is like crazy to me. That's crazy to me. But they were great, and I was saying this. One said going in, I don't think I know any Eagles songs. I'm like, are you kidding me?
You know all of them.
He
so
knew
many
every
Eagles
single
songs.
one, and he said, this has been the soundtrack of my life. And it basically is the soundtrack. Every one of those songs was gigantic in its time. And I forgot until I looked at they had a big sort of mural of all the landmarks of Los Angeles. It is fantastic. It's got every imaginable landmark that there is, from the Whiskey to Chateau Marmont to the Griffith Observatory, like everything. Oh, there we go. We got a little Eagles. We got a little Eagles.
I was like, do you not know the song?
Yeah, no.
You just saw it in concert. You don't know the song. What's happening here?
Yeah, no, great. And so the mural was fantastic. And
I want to ask about Deacon Fry, though. So you're now friends with Deacon Fry. You and him.
He's going to come on the show tomorrow, by the way.
Oh,
And with Cappy. He's also friends with Cappy.
Very, very, very cool. So, okay, did you, like, hang out with them before the show, after the show? Did you go backstage? Like, what did that all look like?
Did not go backstage. And I would have loved to because I'm a huge. It'd be cool to see Deacon, and I'm a huge Don Henley fan. But we did not do that because
Was Joe Walsh in your life?
Joe Walsh is crazy, just like crazy entertaining. But you know, as Don Henley once said, the nicest three guys I ever met. Joe Walsh is all over the board, but he was great in this show. Great in the show. But no, it's so weird because Bryan Cranston was in the next box, so we ended up hanging out
that's cool.
for the show. It's just so random and weird. But the show is amazing. Have you guys been to the Sphere?
Have not.
No.
I'll let Ireland tell stories about it when
he has lots
comes
of
back.
them.
Oh my God!
Does he tell more stories about the Sphere or about his fire stick?
The Fire Stick.
The Fire Stick's probably a little
Fire
higher.
Stick all time.
Yeah, don't you think Fire Stick is the all-time story? I travel with this thing called a Fire Stick. It's like
Do you know how it works?
But it was a great trip. Now here's the bad news. So I get on the scale.
Uh-oh.
From where I was at the party, I am somehow in 3 weeks up 9 pounds.
Means you had a good 3 weeks.
9
That's what I'm saying.
Means you had a good 3
is
weeks.
Crazy.
That's all it is.
1 week was all leftover cake. That was the week after the party. We had so much cake, and I'm so addicted to cake. And then I just ate whatever I wanted. So I'm
Do you
up
need a
9
reboot
pounds.
again?
Yeah, I got to reboot. I'm officially going to reboot my life as I do from time to time. Summer Shred returned yesterday. Summer Shred 2.0
okay.
yesterday. I was back,
So you went
back
with
at the
Steve
gym.
Zim and
Back
you're doing
with
the
Steve
whole...
Zim.
Okay.
Did you meet Steve Zim at the party? He's a great guy.
Met people at the party.
Yes.
As far as I'll go.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a lot of people. Hey, Marcus, I spent a lot of time with Marcus and his lovely wife.
Oh, yeah, you
Jesse.
and your lovely wife were
Yeah,
there?
no, we had a great time. We appreciate the invitation. Yeah, I got to meet Gene in person.
Gene,
Time.
who my mom says, that Gene is a knockout.
Yeah, damn right she is.
Yeah, she's a knockout. I just love that you used the word knockout.
Knockout was a great
knockout.
Yeah, got along great with Jesse, Marcus's wife too.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It was a wonderful evening. We were amazed in the Uber ride home, just the eclectic mix of people that you.
Yeah, that seems to be the thing that comes back is the eclectic mix. We know a lot of people from different worlds, and we kind of put them all together.
I mean, there's people like Kasim, who's like 21, 22.
I know.
And then there's people like, I don't know how old some of your other, like 70s, 80s. Like, it was a whole large range.
Yeah, it was a definite large range. It was a great part. The last 3 weeks have been so unbelievably memorable. I'm just really, really happy about the way the 60th birthday turned out.
But are you happy to be back here in
I'm
studio?
thrilled
You're
to
doing,
be back
doing a little
here.
radio again?
I'm thrilled to be back here. Hey, Alex. Yeah, I'm thrilled to be back, and Bergman's going to hang out a little bit. It seems like just yesterday we were saying goodbye to you, Bergman.
I know.
Remember?
He's not going anywhere.
It was so sad. It was so sad.
I'm sorry, YouTube chat. All good things come to an end.
Yeah.
I will be back for the most part.
Yeah. Now we need a welcome back, Greg.
Like a welcome back Cotter
Welcome back
song?
Cotter.
Let's
Yeah,
get someone like that.
yeah,
Jeremiah
exactly.
Witten, welcome back Cotter,
There
but
it
it's
is.
welcome back Bergman.
All right, coming up next for you, where are the Lakers right now after that win over OKC yesterday? What are your expectations now as they start to play really good basketball at exactly the right time? Only 4 games left. We'll do that coming up next for you. Mase in Ireland, Marcus is here, Bergman is here, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about Chumba Casino. Chumba, it is officially time. At Chumba Casino, the action never stops. You can play online social games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchase necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo and solitaire and slots and so much more. Hundreds of games. You're never going to run out of action. And here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus, free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. That's what I call fun. Play for free, take your shot. You can redeem some awesome prizes. What are you waiting for? The clock is ticking, the game is on. Suit up and take your shot. It's time to head to ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Mason, Ireland. 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
This is John Ireland. You know BBGO. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey, but did you know BBGO is the official game day snack of the Lakers? BBGO promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find BBGO products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. BBGO knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try BBGO today.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no agents, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Evan Cohen here. When the draft clock is ticking, you've got to pick the best talent, regardless of position, to fit your team's needs. Well, if you're hiring for your business, you want to find the best talent for any of your roles. That's why you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology hustles to find qualified candidates for your job immediately. And if you see a standout candidate, ZipRecruiter lets you personally invite them to apply. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Boys, if you're seeing this, the unthinkable has happened.
Baba's dead? This is how your father's business works. The life of crime and the life of this deli.
You were born into this.
Dad was a murderer. We could go to jail.
We're innocent.
We'd be the first innocent brown people in jail. Oh my God.
There's a gun in the credenza. Finish him off now.
What?
What part of this are you not understanding?
Credenza, if I'm being honest, I don't think I know what that is.
Deli Boys. All episodes are now streaming on Hulu.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people?
Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins, fresh steamed vegetables, and signature sauces. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer that question.
You're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
What's up, people? It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, reacting to the Lakers stomping the Thunder, and the Kings officially clinched a playoff spot yesterday with a victory over Edmonton.
Go, Kings, go!
And the Kings are facing off against Seattle tonight. We got the coverage starting at 7 p.m. Thank you to Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, only worth it if you enjoy it. The Kings in the playoffs for a fourth consecutive year. And we will have Luke Robitaille on the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Luke. He's already dreading the Mason and Ireland appearance. But
you can talk to him about beating Edmonton. That's a big win for the Kings.
It is a big win.
Because that's the team that consistently knocks them out of the playoffs the last 2 years.
Yes.
Over and over and over again. If that's a monkey off their back, that's huge.
By the way, the other thing that happened yesterday in hockey was that Alex Ovechkin broke the all-time record for goals in the NHL. And it's funny, my buddy at Saturday Night Live told me last Saturday that he was taking his daughter to her first hockey game, and it was yesterday, the Islanders and the Caps.
Wow.
So they
Great
got
game.
to be there for history. And what's weird is his name is Jeff Blake, his daughter Mia. His dad, Jeff Blake, was there when Gretzky set the record.
Oh, wow.
So they were there they bookended the records, which is really, really cool.
That's super cool. And by the way, Gretzky still has more assists than anybody else has.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's
if he never scored a goal, he'd still be the all-time points leader in NHL history.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Which is insane. So this is cool. You pass him in goals. Like passing
Right.
Gretzky in anything is amazing for
Yes,
Ovechkin.
it is.
But Gretzky is still unbelievable.
Like 1,200
right?
assists ahead or something like that.
It's stupid how much more he has than everybody else.
So after the Lakers game yesterday, and they beat OKC by a comfortable 27 points, here's J.J. Redick on what went down.
I thought we were very connected in both intent and in spirit on both ends of the floor. Very committed to what we were trying to do defensively and very committed to where we felt like we could generate good shots offensively against a terrific defense.
So they obviously the connectedness is something JJ talks a lot about. And by the way, I love the sort of pseudo Oprah stuff that JJ says. Like, we're playing with great intentionality. That's like straight out of Oprah's playbook, right? Playing with intent and spirit. Again, another one. It does sound like it.
We
but
were present, for the game. We were present. We were within ourselves, like all this kind of stuff.
I would argue that yesterday was the single best Lakers performance of 2025. It comes at a critical time when they've got a chance to be the 3 seed, got a chance to be on the opposite side of the bracket from both OKC and Denver. And they've got now a game and a half comfort zone over the 4, which means if they win 2 of their next 4, they've got 4 games left. They need 2 wins to lock up the 3. I think they're absolutely going to do it.
They have a tough road still. They have to play OKC tomorrow.
Yep.
Then they have to play Houston and Dallas on back-to-backs, and then
Right.
they have Portland. So those are still tough games.
Let's see. It goes Tuesday, OKC, Wednesday, Dallas. That's
right.
the big emotional. Luka goes back to Dallas.
They
game.
don't have Houston.
And then Houston's on Friday.
Oh, they do have Houston.
Yeah, they Friday,
here on Friday.
and then they finish at Portland.
Right.
Those are the
had
4
it all
games.
backed up, but those are still tough games. Those first 3 games right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Very, very tough. But yeah, they're in the right spot. And by the way, JJ Redick, I swear, this guy, he is making such a big difference to this team. Look what he did to Denver. Like he figured out how to guard Jokic, and now he's beating OKC by 27 points without a big, without Anthony Davis. This is all on JJ.
Yeah, JJ has been. I mean, he won't win Coach of the Year because there are other guys that have taken worse teams to great heights. But I will say that he certainly should be top 5 Coach of the Year. And I think there's no question that he has made every bit of difference. I also think, obviously, Rob Pelinka, the acquisition of Dorian Finney-Smith was a subtle move compared to the Luka move, but it has been critical in terms of their defense, Marcus.
I think having Jordan Goodwin step up and play the way he has over the last few weeks or so. I mean, I just think it's all the little pieces, right? And like obviously Luka is the headliner, and you still have LeBron there, but it's always going to be the quote-unquote other guys that help you win over the long stretch. And so you need LeBron and Luka to play well, but getting contributions from Dorian Finney-Smith, from having Rui Hachimura be a critical piece of this team day in and day out. Those are the little things that take this team deep in the playoffs.
And Luka had every trick in the bag yesterday. I mean, he did every, whether it was the circus shot or the spin move or the hesitate, all the stuff that Luka does, the step back 3. He started out with 2 threes, and I thought, we're in good shape right now, both over Isaiah Hartenstein. Both of them were over him. And I thought Luka was just amazing yesterday. And I think this team has a real chance to win a championship.
I do too. Have we ever had on the Lakers a player like Luka, like someone that makes these circus shots? They have these crazy step backs. It just has such control of where. Kobe was great, but he was very intentional in everything that he did. It was all like he learned spin moves. He learned from Hakeem how to do certain things. LeBron is amazing because he overpowers everybody. But Luka has a little bit of everything. He has those dagger shots, those step backs. We haven't had a player like that before. Is there someone that you can even put in the same realm?
I don't know if the world has had a player like that before.
Well, like Steph, I don't know has a lot of that in him.
He does, but
Shea has a little bit of that
in history.
Dame.
It's such a unique skill set.
Yeah,
it is and the thing that amazes me is when he drives. And whether it's his footwork or that's when he throws up the circus shot or the hesitation is like huge with Luka. It's like driving, hesitate, shot. He's got that sort of jerkiness, that herky jerkiness.
It's that I think he sort of plays in like second gear, but every once in a while he'll kick it into fourth or fifth gear.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. It's almost like a reverse hesitation where he sort of plays at one speed. And then he turns it on, and then he takes you to the rim. That's, I think, the difference with Luka versus somebody else.
Yeah, he just moves so slowly, too. it's just, like everything is so slow.
It is like in slow motion.
Yeah.
Everybody else is at one speed, and he is at a different speed. And by the way, that works. If you're playing slower than everybody, it's the same thing as if you're playing faster than everybody. Right. Everybody's off, and you're in your own zone.
Just because I think guys are just so used to trying to keep up with the guy like Shea's and like those type of like young players. You don't know where he's going to go, when he's going to speed up, when he's going to slow down even more. I think it's just been a phenomenal
So I want to get into this a little bit later on. Shannon Sharp has been all over Lakers in 5, and he's got, and it's really entertaining.
OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5.
Correct. Yes. SGA, PGA, USA, Lakers in 5. That was the one today.
Right.
So I really think that Lakers in 5 was started. The first time I ever heard of it was from O'Shea.
I agree.
And I wonder if Shannon has licensed the phrase from O'Shea.
Because he did it that way too, didn't he? Do the whole
he did
USA,
the whole thing,
PSA, whatever. All the he
so
did all that stuff, didn't he?
So I want to get Shea on this afternoon. And by the way, they're doing a big thing. I'll mention it right now. You can join Cappy, O'Shea, and producer Lindsay for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw tonight at HPC Hollywood Park Casino. One grand prize: a pair of tickets to WrestleMania in Vegas. Got to be present to win. Got to be 21. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, Lakers' premier card room. LA's premier card room, now open 24/7. Yeah, Lakers on the brain there. All right, so we'll talk to O'Shea about that coming up, and of course he's got the big show this afternoon. Hey, Dodgers lost 2 out of 3 to Philly. Question: if they don't win it all this year, how do we feel about this team? We'll do it coming up next. Also, we'll spin the wheel of questions. Mase in Ireland, Bergman's here, Marcus Grant is here. 710 ESPN.
Saturday in Los Angeles, the Kings blanked the Edmonton Oilers 3-0 to build a 4-point lead over the Oilers and maintain hold of second place in the Pacific Division. And by the end of the night, had clinched a playoff spot. Tonight, the Kings' push for home ice in the Stanley Cup playoffs continues as they host the Seattle Kraken. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7:30 Pacific on the brand new ESPN LA app. When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? It's just better for you. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
That's a dumbass question.
I'm so used to playing
Stereo. Stereo.
because I would play it when you were gone. It might be a dumb question, or it might be just a weird question. But I saw a video of a guy taking his car into the mechanic and saying, hey, I don't know what's going on. There's some problems. The guys lifted up, and they, like, jammed a broom up there and under the bumper, and all of a sudden trash comes out and a big old possum comes out.
A live
Like
possum?
a live
Actual
possum.
Was living in his engine?
In his little bumper, underneath the bumper
You're
part.
kidding.
of it.
And he was driving around and he had a possum
Yeah,
under the bumper?
the guy was like, hey, all of a sudden my car just started acting wonky. I wanted to figure out what's going on. And it got me thinking, because this has actually happened to me before.
You had a possum in your
Not
bumper?
not the opossum.
Who does that happen to?
No, not the opossum.
Is it possum or opossum?
I thought it was.
It's spelled opossum. People just say like the O
I
is
say-
silent.
I
I
say
guess,
possum.
The O is
So
silent.
why even have the O then?
So
Yeah,
I
silent.
say possum, but this newscaster
K
was
there.
saying opossum. So I'm like, have I been saying it
Okay,
wrong the
got it.
entire time? Anyways, so have you guys had anything hidden in your car like that, whether it be alive or dead? Under your bumper, under the hood of the car, because I had a car rental, and it smelled, and I go back, and there was a dead rat in the engine, and that's what was making the car smell.
You have more car problems than anyone I've ever
I
met in
know.
my life.
Yeah,
I know.
that's incredible.
I know.
So you had a rat in your...
Not my car; it was a loaner car from the
a rat in the
dealership.
rental.
Yeah,
Rat in the
yeah.
rental.
Yeah. So I want to know if you guys have
Ever had
this.
anything nest in your engine?
No. Never thinking nesting in my engine.
I can't even.
I'm just trying to think of like how rarely did this person drive their car that a giant rodent was living in the bumper?
It just fell.
Right. He couldn't have been going like on long drives, right?
Like, was it just like off to the side for months and months and months? And he's like, "Oh, time to turn it on." And
Right,
drive
like,
the car.
hey, you turn it on, just let the engine run. Like, I
Brian,
don't
you
understand this.
ever get a rat in the bumper?
I can't say I have, sadly, but one car kind of bug thing I've had is the only time I've ever been bit by a tick was actually in a car.
Oh, no.
really?
Randomly enough, yeah,
Why
out
is there a
camping.
tick?
I was camping, so you know.
Yeah.
It's the only animal.
What are the ramifications of getting bit by a tick?
Chance I still have Lyme disease. I don't know. You know?
Well, hopefully
Or
not.
hopefully not. Right?
Hopefully
So
this
nonchalant
symptoms
about the
are
whole
showing
thing,
up by
though.
now.
The only thing I can think of is that when I lived in Hawaii, that you were told, and it didn't happen to us, but you were told, do not leave any food in your car.
Yeah.
Because cockroaches will go into your car and, fill up your car.
I thought you were going to
Sure.
say something a lot more sinister, like bears.
Okay.
Or snakes or something.
Are there bears in Hawaii?
I have no idea. I
Do they
have
like
no
swim
idea.
there?
No,
Yeah.
no.
So I'm going to Puerto Rico, right? And I
Love
need a car
Puerto
rental.
Rico.
I need a car rental.
Yeah.
So I started looking at
No
car
rats.
rentals, and every some of the ones that you get in the San Juan airport, all the comments are like, "Don't get it from here. They're covered in roaches. They're covered in roaches. They're covered." And I'm like, "That's a thing. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
they
Crazy.
just
That's
go
weird.
in there and they take over, fill it up.
That's wild."
All right, there you have it. There's your wheel. Should I tell that story that I told earlier? That
I mean, he had a crazy one too and didn't tell it.
Oh, I mean, like the time my dad hit a bird, it was just stuck in the grill.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that happens.
We were like on a family trip. I don't remember where we were coming back from. I was fairly young. I remember hearing a thump as we were driving, and we didn't see anything. But when I got home, like there's a bird just like wings out, just like spread and just plastered on the grill of our car.
How long were you driving for?
I mean, it was a couple hours
Yeah.
at least, and we got home. Dad took some gloves, pulled it off the grill, threw it in the trash can. Like that was the end of the bird.
So we were driving up in the mountains in Pennsylvania, and the rule is, I mean, obviously you're on a mountain road, right? So my dad sees a deer in the middle of the road, and he does the obvious thing, which is to hit the accelerator.
Oh, not like swerve or brake?
Well, you'd swerve off the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's
brake?
a mountain road. You can't. But no, he went he went for the accelerator because then the deer does less damage to your car. It just goes right over the top.
Did you hit it?
He hit it. Yeah,
Oh.
he hit it. But I mean, in the mountains, what are you going to do?
There's nothing else
You
you
can't
can do.
swerve off the road. So, all right. Well, that was a weird question.
She said right away.
I did say that.
It's a weird
it's either
question.
interesting or weird.
Yeah, it's a little of both. Little of both. Exactly, Luke.
That's a dumbass question.
So, Dodgers, 2 out of 3, they lose at Philly this weekend. And there was some, there was interesting stuff that happened in those games. Friday night, they sort of ran themselves out of the game. Andy Pages, Shohei got caught stealing in the 8th, and Chris Taylor thrown out stealing in the 9th. Just bad base running. Saturday, Roki Sasaki, solid performance. I guess 4 innings of 1-run ball. Home runs for Kike and Michael Conforto. That was enough for the win. And then yesterday, Dodgers come all the way back to take a 7-6 lead in the 7th. And then Blake Trinan, first of all, you had Andy Pages completely misplay a fly ball. Secondly, you had Blake Trinan give up those 2 runs in the 7th, and the Dodgers lose yesterday.
So we talked about this on the Blue Review this morning at 8:30 to 8:55 every single morning on the ESPN YouTube channel.
Yes.
But we talked about this. It was all self-inflicted. Friday and Sunday were all self-inflicted. I don't feel bad about this because it was because of them. Bad base running, walking guys. You can't walk.
11 walks yesterday.
11 walks. You can't walk 11 guys and expect, we're going to win this game. And they had a chance to still. So they have not been playing well this year really at all. And they've still been winning, and they are consistently in it.
They're the worst 9-2 team I've ever
really
seen.
It's actually kind of true.
It really is.
Yeah, they are a terrible 9-2 team.
I mean, that was what, Marcus, we were talking about it Friday?
Yeah, Friday. I mean, look, they haven't played well. We talk about the base running. The starting pitching has been good, but what one guy has made it into the 6th inning all year long. Max Muncy hasn't really started hitting all that well. Pages has been awful at the plate, in the field. Freddie Freeman's played 3 games. They're 9-2, and they're a game back of the
This
Giants.
is why I said all along they could accidentally win 100 games. They have so much talent. They're so deep. They can win that many games. Now, Laura raised an interesting question today. Last year, we were all about got to win the World Series or Dave is gone, major changes need to be made, all that stuff. If in the worst case scenario they don't win it, how much angst, how much anxiety do we have about the Dodgers winning it all this year?
So I think there's a lot of disappointment. I think we still expect them to win the World Series. This is as we say for the last 10 years, the best team that the Dodgers have ever had in baseball.
But
they went out and got everything.
This, by the way, I think this is the most stacked team I've seen in my lifetime in Major League Baseball.
It might be just in the history of sport, the amount of guys that they have on this team, former MVPs, the whole former Cy Youngs, it's everything. So if they lose, it's extremely disappointing. But because you got that one last year, you're like, all right, at least you got it last year. I'm still upset.
Is that the general vibe? Is at least we got one last year?
I think so. I think last year there was just such a weight lifted.
Yeah.
Not only winning it, but surviving the Padres in the first round after having lost to division opponents the previous couple of years, winning the World Series. I think there was just such a weight lifted that I'm with Greg. I think if they don't win the World Series, there's disappointment, there's sadness, but there's not. Nobody's asking Dave Roberts to get fired. Nobody's pushing the panic button and talking about we got to blow this thing up and start over. It's just, all right, it didn't happen. Let's get ready for next year.
And then you expect them to win it next year. Like they're going to be there.
They're going to be there every single year.
Yep, they're just going to do it next year.
Brian, how much anxiety do you have over the Dodgers if they were to not win this year?
If they were not to win it all this year?
Yeah, win it all.
I wouldn't say any anxiety. It would be a little bit disappointment because of, like you said, it's the greatest team,
Yeah.
But them winning it last year I think it relieves all that anxiety. There's really I wouldn't say anxiety is the word. It's more disappointment.
Laura, are you the same?
Yeah, definitely disappointment, but I don't see them not winning.
No.
By the way,
really
I
don't.
am with Laura. I do not see them not winning. That's 2 nots.
Totally with you on that.
Not see them not
In my
winning.
mind, they've already won.
Yeah. But I mean, I think
cancel
they're
each
going
other
to
out.
win.
Yeah. No,
I
agree.
think they're going to win the World Series.
I think they're going to win the World Series too, but a short series in the playoffs is always trouble.
Sure.
It just you lose one of those games early and suddenly your back is immediately against the wall in a short series. So if they get through that first round, I feel great about it, but my thing is once you get to the playoffs, kind of all bets are off. You
well,
just never know.
And remember, they were down to the Padres.
Yeah. 2-1 going back to
2-1
San Diego.
going back to San Diego
and
a bullpen game, exactly, and still found a way to win.
But this year you have so many. Andrew Freeman went out this year and said, we're not going to have any issues. We're not buying anything at the trade deadline. I'm getting you Blake Snell. I'm getting you Tanner Scott, and you're getting Kirby Yates, and then we're going to go get Roki Sasaki. So now they have this incredible pitching staff all the way up and down, so that you can Blake Snell's now on the 15-day IL.
On the 15
he's going to miss a couple of starts. You're like, okay, Tony Gonsolin's going to be back at some point, and you still have your top four.
Do you really believe though that if there is a need that they wouldn't go out and be buyers at the deadline?
100% they'll go.
They will buy anything they can.
If they need an outfielder, if they need a middle infielder, they'll go out and they'll figure out a way to make it happen.
But Mase, if you're any other team in baseball, are you trading with the Dodgers at the trade deadline?
Well, I mean. Okay, so the Dodgers' number one prospect is Dalton Rushing.
Right.
They really don't have. He's blocked.
He is blocked, right? Yes.
By Will Smith.
And Hunter Verduccia.
I could see them moving Dalton at the trade deadline. I could see them moving Dalton Rushing.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean that's the kind of trade that the Dodgers are capable of at the deadline. Probably the best catching prospect in all of baseball, potentially being on the move. So, yeah, I think the Dodgers do have the capabilities of making a big deal if they need to make a big deal at the deadline. So they have
the capabilities, but I guess you'd have to ask for that type of guy. You'd have to ask for Bobby Miller or Dalton Rushing or maybe like a Zaire Hope who's in single A. Like you'd have to go.
Josh DePaula, guys like that.
Jose DePaula, yeah. You have to go through all of those guys, but they don't want to get rid of them. That's part of their depth.
I mean, after last year, moving on from Bobby Miller might be a little easier.
It must be.
It might be a little easier.
I put him up there because he was in the top 5 at one point.
Okay, Laura, what do you got?
Pumping him up.
All right, guys. Since we are talking Dodgers.
Yes.
And Mase is back.
Yes.
Hi, Mase.
Hey.
And Greg believes that he is owed $10K.
Oh, I absolutely am owed $10K.
So I want to bring this up because Marcus hasn't heard about this.
Okay. And I've not heard the current arguments. I know they've been going on. And by the way, whenever we talk about mythical money, it's brought to you by Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. Play anytime, anywhere for free for your chance to redeem some awesome prizes. Head to ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba. No purchase necessary. Got to be 21. Terms and conditions apply. All right. So, Laura, let's set this thing up.
All right. So I wasn't here when you guys made this bet. So all I see on the mythical money sheet is 10K Mookie shortstop opening day. That's all I see. You said to me, hey, I won that. I gave you your 10K.
Correct.
End of story. You leave for vacation. Greg sends out a text. Hey, by the way, I made 10K.
Okay, so let's think about this.
Yeah. So give me your argument.
Okay, it depends on what the phrasing of the bet was.
Opening day shortstop.
Okay, who was the opening day shortstop?
Miguel Rojas.
See, I would argue it was still Mookie Betts.
It wasn't.
He was sick. He was on the injured list. He wasn't available.
He was not in the lineup.
He did win the opening day shortstop job. Was just sick and couldn't play.
He won. I fully admit that.
Okay, thank you.
Admit that he won the opening day shortstop.
Yes, he did.
However, he did not play. Who was the opening day pitcher?
The opening day pitcher was Yamamoto.
The guy that was on it. Yeah, Yamamoto was. And then it doesn't matter. The number one guy on the roster is probably Blake Snell.
Right, but did he or did he not win the shortstop job?
He won it, but did he or did he not play in Japan?
Does it not then come down to the way the question was phrased in the first place, the way the bet was phrased?
No, who was the opening day shortstop?
That's not the way
Miguel Rojas was the opening day shortstop. So, Marcus.
Okay, wait a minute.
The bet is who was the opening day shortstop?
I question that. I question
what do you question?
Because I don't think that was the way the bet was phrased. The bet wasn't phrased who's actually playing shortstop against.
So okay, we'll talk about it. So it was. I did not think he should be and will be the shortstop. You bet me that he will be the opening day shortstop, and I said you said to me directly. You said as long as he plays on opening day, I win the bet.
I don't believe that.
That is exact. Laura, help me out here. You were listening through this whole time.
I wasn't here.
Laura was.
Brian
is recusing herself. Brian.
It gets technical here. I get
when
your
did
point,
you guys
though.
make the bet? Do you guys remember? I can go back.
Yeah, you have to go back.
It's like February.
I kind of get Mace's point to where he was saying that not necessarily he was going to be named like the opening day. He will be playing shortstop.
He was just
this
sick
year.
and couldn't play it.
Right. That's to where I kind of fall on this as a technicality. I think it should be washed. Like if you put this on Sleeper or Prize Picks, one of those things, and he didn't play,
it would be washed.
It would be
You're right.
washed. You
It
would
would
get the
be
refund.
washed on Sleeper.
So
I gave you your 10K, Mace, by the way.
Well, then take it away from him because no matter what, he either doesn't, he loses it, or he gets nothing. So we have to figure that part out.
The other wrinkle to this, though, is on Major League Baseball opening day, Mookie was in the lineup at shortstop.
Yeah, Mookie did start.
That is true.
At the stadium.
This was
The
Momo's argument. And that was a
actual
terrible
opening day.
argument.
That was Momo's
That's a
argument.
terrible. That's a terrible
Was that what
argument.
Momo took?
Yeah,
I'm
that
with
was Momo's
Momo.
argument.
No, yeah, because
perfect
you
sense. I agree with
opening
Momo.
day was in Japan. Opening and Miguel Rojas was starting. So
Yeah.
if that's the case, and we had Jacob and Ronnie on last week.
But how did Jacob rule?
He ruled in favor of me.
Wait, so you brought,
Yeah,
you brought in a lawyer
you
to
set it up.
adjudicate
No,
If
no,
I set it up, I
no,
could have got. I
no,
could have.
John did.
I could have swung.
John did.
Well, John is not going to be on
he
my
never
side of
goes on
anything.
my side.
He's not going to be on my side.
always
John's not going to be
your
on.
side.
No, he doesn't
It's
want me to
never
pass him
yours.
in
It's
Mithil
always
money. Of
yours.
course, he's going to argue it that way.
Somebody on the chat said, Greg specifically said Mookie is not going to play shortstop in 2025.
But that wasn't the bet. I did.
You did say that.
I said that he was not going to be the shortstop. I also said that he shouldn't be the shortstop. I still agree with that. I don't think he should be shortstop now, but he's going to be for the rest of the year. However, our bet was who was going to be the shortstop on opening day.
I would argue that the only reason Mookie won the job and he was sick.
Yeah, he was sick, so he didn't play on opening day.
Yeah,
so
see,
I will go with Wash if you want to go Wash.
I think Wash is probably the appropriate outcome here.
Although I think I should win the bet, I will.
No,
I will
you
go
can
with.
think whatever
I
you
will
want.
go with
This is
Wash. I think I won
both
it.
sides are right sort of thing.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
like,
Technicality, I'm taking the technicality. I'm full on
Yeah.
going with the technicality.
Yeah, I would argue that Wash is the right thing.
All right,
this
I'll
is
give
letter
you
of the
10K.
bet
I'll
versus
take 10
spirit
off.
of
Yeah,
the bet.
give spirit of the bet. Exactly.
Spirit of the bet was actually I lose.
Yeah, you lost in the spirit of the bet. Yeah.
In the technical version of
Yes.
the bet, I won.
All right, so I haven't talked to you guys in a while. 877-710-ESPN. We're going to do a little sports graffiti. Lakers roll over OKC yesterday, 27-point victory. Great day for Luka, great day for the Lakers defense. They seem solidified in the third spot in the Western Conference, which would keep them on the opposite side of both OKC and of the Denver Nuggets, who've been a problem for the Lakers the last few years. How you feeling about the way the Lakers are playing right now? And also, Dodgers lose 2 out of 3 over the weekend. What's it mean? What jumped out at you? Why can Tyler Glasnow not handle a little bit of rain? Seriously? A little bit of rain, and he just fell apart emotionally?
I mean, he had no grip in his foot.
No, but I'm seeing... Okay, we'll do that coming up. Because I've got some definite takes on that. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. Whatever you got is fair game. Mason, Ireland, 710-ESPN.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
Wildfires don't just destroy homes. They leave families terrified.
It looked like someone had dropped a nuclear bomb out today, and I couldn't recognize the streets.
If the Eaton fire took everything, call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call Avner answers. He says, hello. Your claim is our game. AvnerGat.com.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeaglelachampionship.com.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
Oh my, am I really on Mason and Ireland show?
Yes.
This is a great moment. Hey.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, got a couple lines open, 877-710 ESPN. Big Monday. Marcus Grant is here. Bergman's hanging out. Laura, Brian Cohen is here. Let's hit the phones. Let's start out with Tony. Tony, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Tony. Did I hit the button? Tony. You better take the calls there, Brian. I don't think I've got my...
Do you want to try hitting, Mark?
Let me try that.
Hey, a different one, because that one doesn't seem to work.
Oh, that line just doesn't work. Okay.
Oh, great.
So let's try
Jay.
Jay in Compton. Jay, you're on 710. Good afternoon.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, Jay.
Hope everyone's doing well. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that other GMs and other teams are mad because the Lakers landed Luka and we didn't have to really go out and pitch to him? He just kind of landed in our space and he wasn't shopped around, because Lakers have a history of landing great, timeless players. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, I think the other general managers in the league are furious that somehow the Lakers, out of the blue, pulled a rabbit out of their hat and got a generational player without, I mean, they gave up Anthony Davis, but this is a guy that's going to guide them for the next decade. I'm sure general managers are very salty about this.
They got to be extremely angry because the Lakers were mired in the play-in year after year. They would have been in the play-in again this year.
Plus, the other GMs didn't get a crack at
That's
him.
the thing.
Right.
Is it like
Right.
they basically the Lakers got a Ferrari for the price of like a Civic, right? And like,
and there was no negotiation.
There was no negotiation
Right,
about it.
right.
It's just like, hey, you want Luka? Sure. What do I got to give up?
Yeah, the other
I don't want to give
GMs,
up Dalton.
other
Here's
GMs
Max.
are looking at this and saying, wait a minute, I could have made a better offer.
Yeah.
You know, so I think other GMs are very, very pissed off. Let's go to Michael. Michael, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Michael.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
Big, impressive win last night. Love the Lakers came out. Luka seems to show out against OKC, and that's what they're going to need, just like last year when he really dominated them to get Dallas to the finals. And Lakers now got everything in front of them. Got to take care of business, finish in the 3 seed, no slip-ups, and I think they're set up perfectly to try to make a come out of the West. So all well, you can't have a slip-up now. Take care of business. I think the Lakers are set up to get back to the finals. Thanks, guys.
Excellent, man. Yeah, they got to win 2 games in order to lock up the 3. And
They control their own destiny.
That 3 slot is perfect for them. That is absolutely ideal. Now, what's interesting is, given the way the conference shapes up, they could get any of 4 teams in the first round if they lock up the 3. They could get the Clippers, they could get Golden State, they could get Minnesota, or they could get Memphis. All those teams are 46 and 32. Technically, right now, Golden State is the 6 based on tiebreakers and whatnot. But either Clippers Lakers in the first round or Golden State Lakers in the first round are great series.
They're great series, but who would you want? I would probably want Minnesota or Memphis. Give me Memphis.
Oh,
in
I'd
that
want
situation.
Minnesota or Memphis. Yeah,
Give me Memphis in that
100%.
situation.
I take Memphis. Yeah, I agree. Let's hit up David. David, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, David.
All right, I've got the name for the Luka era Lakers. We had Showtime. We had the baby Lakers. I think with Luka and LeBron in the twilight, we got Slow Time.
Slow time Lakers. Slow time Lakers.
I want soundboard back. I want Roy Hibbert. I want Roy Hibbert back in the country.
Does that bring
I
back
want slow time?
Yeah, a slow time is very, very funny.
Do you bring
we were
back
just
the
talking
board
about
guy?
how Luka plays slower than everybody. It is true. Slow time.
I mean, we can adopt it. Let's make it a thing.
The slow time Lakers.
I mean, everybody else.
It sounds derogatory.
It does.
It sounds derogatory.
How about you call them the rush hour Lakers, right? Because the idea of rush hour makes it sound quickly, but rush hour in Los Angeles.
so
things
Oh, you don't go
slow.
anywhere. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a
Rush
good
hour,
point.
you know?
Let's go to George. George, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, George.
Hey, guys, I want to let you know that OKC is a bit of a fraud. Here's why.
Okay.
Their record is 29-1 against the East. But in the West, where the playoffs are, they are only one game better than the Lakers. They are 35-14. The Lakers are 34-15 against the West. That's without LeBron missing a bunch of games, Anthony Davis missing a bunch of games, and Luka and all the changes. They are barely better than the Lakers. All right, love the show, guys.
Okay. Thank you. It's interesting.
There's still 20 some odd games over
Yeah,
500 against the West.
They're still
crazy.
35 and 14.
That's really good.
But I mean, 29-1 against the East is just like
bananas.
That is insane.
Well, I mean, look at the East. The East is not very difficult outside of Cleveland and Boston, right? Like the rest of it is just.
I mean, they are number one in defensive rating in the league still.
At one point, they were number one in offensive rating too. I don't know if they still are, but they're OKC is a very, very good team. I think the only issue they have is their 3-point shooting is not great.
No, it is not.
So
offensive rating, by the way, they are number 3. Defensive rating, they're number 1. Their net rating is number 1. Boston's number 2. Cleveland 3. Houston 4. The Clippers 5.
Yeah, but think about it. In the history of the NBA, when you have a team that's third in offensive and first in defensive rating, they typically go to the finals
That's pretty
and
good.
win.
Although this team is young, and you don't know what you're going to get from a young team when they get into a high-pressure game 6 on the road or a game 7. I mean, I think that you don't know what you're going to get, and a lot of times a young team needs to graduate to that elevated level of playing in a critical series. Let's go to Michael. Michael, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Michael.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, welcome back, Mase. I'm watching these Lakers. I just want to know, I'm from Cleveland. I know it's a little, cart before the horse. What's better, Lakers, Boston, LeBron versus Cleveland? I'll take it off the air.
Okay, thank you. In other words, what's the sexier of the two matchups, I guess? Yeah, what's the better?
Lakers-Boston.
Yeah, I mean,
it is Lakers-Boston.
It's always Lakers-Boston.
Lakers-Cleveland is, I mean, if you wind up with Lakers-Cleveland, that is a great series with LeBron going back to Cleveland, all that stuff. But I still think nothing beats Lakers-Celtics.
That's LeBron versus Cleveland that makes it sexy. It's Lakers, Boston, you always want that.
Right.
No matter what, you always want that. It's because it's Dodgers, Yankees, Lakers, Boston. That's what you want. I don't care about the Cleveland portion of it.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Mike. Mike, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Mike.
Mase, welcome back.
Thank you, Mike.
I am America's honesty broker. This is not going to be very popular over there at the station,
Good.
I'm sure.
Let her rip, Mike.
But
get your finger.
Let her rip. Pepe Mantilla, I can't. I can't stand him. I don't like him. I mean, I don't mind him personally, but I don't like to listen to him on the radio. Mase, I know sometimes I can hear your frustration. I've heard Bergie's frustration with him, his side-eye comments. I don't know who brought him on. I have a lot of people who listen to your station.
Right.
Some people even turn off when he's on.
Okay.
No, it's
All
not
right.
going to be popular. I'm just being honest.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
Everyone has their opinion. Pepe is a national treasure.
He is a national treasure.
We love him.
Or a LA treasure.
We love.
Whoopie-doo.
We love Pepe.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, we love Pepe. He's
Make
great.
up your mind.
Michael and Pepe going back and forth is just
It's
gold.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It's gold.
it is, and it's fun, and it's great for a game day. I personally think it's great for a game day. So,
Right.
yeah, I
He's
get,
not going anywhere,
I get
sorry,
your
but-
opinion. Some people hate me. Some people hate Ireland. Some people. It's just
Go
it's what
to
makes the
YouTube.
world go
They
around.
hate me.
Yeah, they
horse-
do. They do hate you, but I think
They
most
do
people
hate
hate me, don't they?
Nobody hates you.
Nobody
People
hates
love
me.
you.
Why
They
is
hate
that?
all
you
of
are
us
the
except
least
you.
hated person at this station.
Why?
Actually, Marcus might be up there.
Why?
I haven't
LZ.
been here long enough.
Yeah.
I'm an obnoxious dummy. Why is it
But
that I
because
can't
they love They love that you're an obnoxious
Oh,
dummy.
okay. I've got that crowd locked up. The obnoxious dummy
Brian's
crowd.
loved. Brian's very much loved.
BC's loved. Yeah.
I don't category, you know.
Yeah.
I don't go to the chats. I don't go to the chats.
It's probably
so,
wise.
Yeah.
Never read the comments.
Let's get one more in here. Let's go to Sam. Sam, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey guys, good afternoon.
Good
I love the
afternoon.
show. I was following you guys at work. I always follow you guys. I just want to talk about that last call about Pepe. He's just hating on Pepe. Pepe is awesome with you guys. You guys are a great group together. I don't know what that guy's talking about. Maybe he's having a bad day. But I just want to say I love you guys. I love enjoying listening to you guys, and you guys have a good day. God
All
bless
right.
you guys.
Thank you very much, Sam.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, here's okay, I'll tell this story. So, one of the rules of radio is the more reaction you get, the better. And positive, negative reaction is honestly exactly the same. So, like, for example, think about this. At one point, Ireland and I were ranked on a scale by an focus group. And you could be ranked 5 as loved and 1 as hated. Okay?
Right.
So Ireland had not a lot of people hated him. He ended up with a 3, right?
Okay.
I ended up like 5, but it was like half the people hated me, half the people loved me. And it's a little bit like Howard Cosell in the day. Like, for example, this is what would happen if Aaron Rodgers got an analyst job. I was thinking about this over the weekend. I'm not a big Aaron Rodgers fan. And there are reports that maybe he would be, maybe he wouldn't be considered as an analyst in the NFL.
He's too quiet.
No,
He's
I'll
too,
tell you
like
what.
he's low key.
I think a lot of people dislike him, and I think that's what would make him a good analyst. It's good to be disliked. Like you are hated. You should
for sure.
you should celebrate that.
I am. No, you always want to be loved or hated. I see where you're going with it.
Yeah.
You want the 1 and the 5. You don't want the 3s.
Yeah, you don't want to be
Never
a 3. You want to be a 5 or a 1.
I was the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is apathy.
Yeah.
Right? Because if
that's true.
If people hate you, they still care about you in some way, right?
Right,
And they may
right.
listen or watch just to see you make a fool of yourself. Like, it's when they tune out and they don't care at all. That's the opposite of love.
Yeah.
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 So that's-
I agree.
that's a-
I'm with you.
We all
I'm
agree.
with you. We all agree. Oh, that's popular. All right,
what you want on radio.
Coming up next for you, Roki Sasaki threw over the weekend. Where is he in his development? We'll talk about that coming up next for you. Mase in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Saturday in Los Angeles, the Kings blanked the Edmonton Oilers 3-0 to build a 4-point lead over the Oilers and maintain hold of second place in the Pacific Division. And by the end of the night, had clinched a playoff spot. Tonight, the Kings' push for home ice in the Stanley Cup playoffs continues as they host the Seattle Kraken. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7:30 Pacific on the brand new ESPN LA app.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, commissions, open houses, or costly repairs. They'll give you a fair cash offer with no surprises. One seller said, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was faster, easier, and more rewarding than listing my house. The offer matched my expectations, and the process was stress-free." Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., DeMarco, and me for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw tonight at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to WrestleMania on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you tonight at Hollywood Park Casino. For more info, go to ESPNLA.com.
Why do we grill?
Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and I for a special Monday Night Raw watch party here at Hollywood Park Casino. You can win tickets to the biggest wrestling event in Las Vegas, plus a round-trip airfare and a one-night stay. You must be present to win and 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play here at Hollywood Park Casino.
This year, get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Mason, Ireland, on 710 ESPN.
Shohei Ohtani and I have something in common.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
I don't believe
we do.
Does he call in sick a lot?
No.
Okay.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
What did you have in common with Shohei? Do you remember?
Was it
Tremendous work ethic.
I remember what it was.
You wrote terrible drivers, I
Yes.
think, wasn't
Bad
it?
driver.
Oh,
That's right. Because there was that video of him trying to parallel park.
Oh, God.
I have a lot
You
of
and
trouble.
driving.
Yeah, me and driving do not get along. By the way, the hosts of the Blue Review are here.
That's right.
Review, the Blue Review.
We've got both Bergman and Marcus Grant filling in for Ireland today.
In the back.
Baseball. And now, let me ask you guys, because this came up during Supercross talk. Is this a baseball song?
I always believed it was.
I thought it was. I thought this was
I've
all about
always thought it was.
the boys coming to play
after
baseball.
the boys
in
of
the
summer have gone.
Yeah.
I'll still love you after the boys of
Hey,
summer
look,
have gone.
My attention is diverted from April to September, October.
Right.
But after that's over, then hey, we can be together again.
I don't watch football. I don't watch basketball.
Yeah,
I
right.
just watch baseball.
After the boys of summer are gone, it's all you, baby.
Yeah.
That's how I take it.
It's all you, baby.
Oh, you, baby.
It's all you, baby. So, by the way, the Eagles I saw at Sphere last week, and wow. I mean, just every single song. And by the way, they did this one, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. And Deacon Fry was in the band, is in the band. So cool. He told the story about at my party about how he and his dad used to drive around town, listen to Mason and Ireland. I'm like, that is so friggin' cool.
That's really cool.
That is so cool. All right, I want to remind you, you can listen to Travis and DeMarco all week long for your chance to watch Saturday night's LAFC match at BMO Stadium inside the 710 suite. When you hear the cue to be calling number 7, winner will pick up a 4-pack of Sweet Passes. Listen all week long to Travis and DeMarco for your chance to win, only with 710. I guess I missed the Messi game while I was out, right?
Yeah, last week.
That was gigantic, huh?
It was huge, and he walked a lot. That's what I take away from Messi for the most part.
I did not see
He's
any.
amazing.
I did not see any of the game.
No, I didn't see it.
It was like Wednesday night, I think, right?
But that's what Messi does. He's so explosive and he's such a great player, but he walks so much. Like 3/4 of the time, he's just walking on the pitch.
Is that right?
Yeah, he saves it up for the moments when he has the ball, basically, when he's playmaking. He is, I guess in some ways, like Luka, right? Because, Luka kind of takes it easy on the defensive end, but all the energy is expended on offense, and that's sort of Messi.
Yeah, but he's amazing. He's amazing to watch. I didn't get to see him here. It was April 2nd, and they play again on Wednesday in Miami.
Oh, in Miami?
Yes, in Miami. So they'll probably play again. But when I saw him when he first came out here, was it last year or 2 years ago?
That was like a rock star.
That was the Beatles on tour.
Yeah.
It was incredible. He was so much fun to watch.
If that's a 10, where was the hype this time?
Probably like an 8.
An 8?
Laura, would you
Laura,
agree with that?
would you say the hype was like at an 8 out of 10?
I think it was a 10.
You think it was a 10?
Because even we talked about it with Ireland. Like if we had a chance to go to one game, whether it be Lakers and Warriors or a Dodger game or the Messi game, all of us, even Brian was kind of half and half, but for the most part, all of us said the Messi game.
So it would be Golden State Lakers at Crypto.
Yeah.
It would be Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night at Dodger Stadium.
And it was Dodgers Braves.
And it would be the Messi game.
Yeah. Messi
Everybody agree the Messi game is the ticket
because
you
that's
want?
the rarity that you don't get him here.
Right. Yeah, that just doesn't. And to be able to say I saw Messi is like a big deal.
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
Yeah. All right, so we were talking little Dodgers today, and Roki Sasaki threw over the weekend. He looked, I mean, this was his most competent start.
Yes.
He went 4 innings. He allowed 1 earned run. He gave up, I think, 3 walks and 4 hits, if I'm not mistaken.
Like 2 walks, yeah.
I think that we're starting to get a feel for who he potentially can be. Here's a little bit of what Ken Rosenthal said about Roki Sasaki.
Dodgers, everyone in baseball always knew that Roki Sasaki was going to be a work in progress. During his recruiting process, he gave every team a homework assignment. He asked them to explain why he lost velocity last year. He had other issues as well, and even today, guys, we're seeing 2 pitches. We're not seeing the slider so far. Not only does he need to improve the command of his split, the command of his fastball, we have to see a 3rd pitch eventually develop.
Okay, so he said command. Command is the big issue with him. He doesn't necessarily have a feel for the strike zone, especially with the splitter. That thing dives into nowhere, and he's not getting strikes on it. And he is not throwing the slider much. Now, I do think you got to remember, Yamamoto came here as a fully formed pitcher. Sasaki is a kid. He's just really learning to pitch, and it's going to take him a little bit of time to settle in.
Yeah, and he's doing it against the greatest hitters in the world.
Right.
On top of it, at the major league level. I think there's a disconnect between what the Dodgers expected of him and I think what the fans expected of him. Right? He comes with all this hype, all of this, this promise and anticipation of what he did in Japan. And I think the Dodgers' plan was always to sort of bring him along kind of on their own schedule, knowing that they've got him for a while, knowing that at some point they want him to be the cornerstone of this pitching rotation, but someday doesn't have to be today. And I think the fans are expecting more. So, yeah, he hasn't come out and given you 6 innings of 1-hit baseball yet. But as you mentioned, this past start was his best start that he's had so far. I think he'll continue to develop. And they've got time. They've got time to wait for him
Lots
to get
of
better.
time.
Yeah,
Lots of time.
I was really encouraged by this outing on Saturday because he was locating his you're talking about location.
Yeah,
he was locating his fastball. His
Yep.
command was that he was hitting first pitch strikes with his fastball, and it was keeping him off balance. So if you're hitting that first pitch strike, the splitter then becomes devastating because you don't know what it's going to be. His splitter too is also very weird. There was an article that I think I sent it to you at one point a few weeks before you went on vacation. His splitter is weird, too, where he does not actually – there's not a lot of rotation in the ball, so it's very much like a knuckleball.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where it's going to go, so it acts almost like a slider.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing as just a typical splitter. So the catcher doesn't know exactly where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Roki doesn't know exactly where – and the hitter doesn't know where it's going to go. So if he's locating that fastball, you can be a 2-pitch pitcher that way because if the fastball to the splitter is huge.
Yeah. I think he's going to be terrific. The stuff is
great.
Obviously there. And it's going to take a while he may not be a guy that gives you 6 innings on a regular basis.
Fine.
He may not be that guy. And I think the Dodgers bullpen is enough to handle that. Kirby Yates had a rough one.
He did, but his
Trinan had a rough one.
But Kirby Yates has some of the most ridiculous stuff that I've ever seen.
He does.
And so does Blake Trinan. Like, those guys will be okay. They just have, sometimes they just don't have the command.
The guys coming out of the bullpen between Yates, Trinan, Tanner Scott, I sit and watch them and just the movement they get.
Yes.
It's
ridiculous.
It's filthy. And if I'm a hitter, it's the 8th inning, and I've got to deal with one of those 3 guys, you just kind of throw up your hands. Like, what do you basically hope that they miss 4 times.
Yes,
and you kind of get your way on base.
You kind of need that.
That's
yeah,
what
you kind of need that because their stuff is that good. All right, coming up next for you, Marcus Schur here. I wanted to do. I've got the NFL over/under numbers for next year. I want to take an early flyer at it, and I want to talk to you about the Raiders quarterback situation. We'll do that coming up next for you. In the meantime, hey, if you're injured in an accident over the weekend, let's say this past weekend, and today you're like, how do I handle this? What should I do? Here's your to-do list for today. Got to call the rental car company. Then you got to wait to receive a call from the insurance company. And then When you talk to them, you got to make sure to not say the wrong thing and jeopardize your case. Then you got to call your doctor for an appointment. If they can't see you for a week, you got to wait. You got to wait to get referred to a specialist. All this stuff, you can make it all easy. If you're injured in an accident, immediately call my friend Jacob. He and his team are going to handle everything for you. They'll make sure you have a rental car. They'll talk to the insurance company on your behalf. Most importantly, they set you up with a specialist so you can start the healing process and get your health back in order. And you don't pay a penny out of pocket. Call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
And if you or a loved one has been injured or lost property because of the recent wildfires, lawsuits have been filed against those responsible. Please call Jacob for a free case evaluation or help reviewing your insurance policy and your claims. He'll do all that completely free. Together, we are LA Strong. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Because it's always, Cap, you go so long, you take so long. And sometimes Lindsay and I look at each other and look at our, like, is George right?
Now you're throwing Lindsay under the bus. She's not even here.
She's not even here,
Oh, no, I'm
Cap.
throwing her under the bus for sure.
Do I got to set up a story, or do I have to just ask a question? Because if I just have a question, I'm asking
Like,
the
there was
question.
a question last week you asked to Dave McMiniman. It was 14 minutes until you...
Oh, shut up.
No, it was. No, it was 14 minutes.
That was-
I recorded 14 minutes.
Okay, let me
You
hear
know,
it.
14.
No, never a chance 14 minutes
Okay,
of him.
you know what? You're right. I'm sorry.
Because he wasn't even on for
13 minutes and 39 seconds. My bad.
Okay. It's not my fault your questions to Pash were not questions.
They weren't questions. It was a back and forth.
And Greg made this point. At the end, you'd be like, did you know that, Dave? Because that's a question.
Now George throwing Greg under the bus.
Wow.
No, we did not throw Greg under the bus
because
because it started with
All
me and
under the
Greg were
bus.
talking about it.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
This is John Ireland. You know BBGO. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey, but did you know BBGO is the official game day snack of the Lakers? BBGO promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find BBGO products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. BBGO knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try BBGO today.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Harry Douglas here, and we all know breakfast is an important part of the day. But sometimes when you travel for business, you end up staying at a hotel that doesn't offer any. And you know what happens? You grab a cup of coffee and skip the meal entirely. We've all been there, folks. But if you book a room at La Quinta by Wyndham, you can enjoy their free Bright Side breakfast, featuring delicious baked goods, fruit, eggs, yogurt, and waffles. And really, who doesn't want to start their day with fresh, hot, tasty waffles? Tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow you shine. Book direct at LQ.com.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
I mean, would you rather have good life or sex? Good sex. Good life, good sex.
Well, I got both.
There you go.
That's
good
the correct
for you,
answer.
Johnny I.
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
So this song is #1. It was released 5 years ago. That's crazy.
Wait,
it took
wow.
5 years to get
Was
to
it
#1.
re-released?
I assume at some point it was re-released or became big
No, it
because
just-
she became big.
Yeah, there's some songs that don't hit when they come out. They hit later.
Yeah, this is Chapel
thing.
Roan, Pink Pony Club, which is written about
The Pink Pony Club.
No, the Abbey. It's about the Abbey.
But the Abbey here in
West
LA?
Hollywood.
West
Yeah,
Hollywood?
that's what the
Wow.
song's about.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Didn't know. I just know it from TikTok. It's everywhere. People
Is
use it on
and
everything.
That is probably how it got to number one. So
Probably.
many songs get that TikTok boost, and suddenly they pop up.
Okay, so you guys are on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I have a TikTok account. I went back and looked at it this weekend because I was kind of curious about doing stuff on TikTok. I do not scroll. I'm not a scroller.
Yeah, you
and
know
I know people who all they do is scroll through TikTok or through Instagram. Their life is scrolling. What am I missing by not scrolling on TikTok?
You have not trained the algorithm to feed you what you want.
No, not only that, I have not looked at it.
Okay.
So there's no algorithm would not be specific to me whatsoever.
Right. So, because that's like when I first got on it, it was basically people doing dances, like these choreographed dances,
Right.
and I'm like, this is dumb. Why would you want to do that?
Sure.
Like the Dochi anxiety dance.
Like all these ones, and I'm like, I don't understand this. And so then people are like, no, you have to like, goose the algorithm. And so you start searching for things that maybe you're interested in. And then it starts to feed you more things.
So if I was interested in, I'm dumb, the Lakers, would it start feeding me
so
Lakers
if you search
stuff?
Lakers and you watch a couple Lakers videos and you like a couple of Lakers videos, then you're going to start seeing more Lakers videos.
So Lakers is not what you're going to find.
What am I going to
on-
find?
No, that's just
what
not
am I
TikTok
finding?
is
I'm
for.
finding
You're-
stupid dances
you're
and
finding
people
stupid
singing
dancing.
songs.
You're-
DIYs.
I was very
one
into DIY.
DIYs.
DIYs.
I
I don't
got
need
stuck.
the D. I don't need an IY.
Wow. yeah.
Okay, we're gonna let that one just pass over from where you were going.
Yes.
Either way, I got stuck on this one guy that he's trying to get 2,500 wins from 20 quarterbacks, and he does it every single night. And whether or not he can actually get by choosing different quarterbacks.
And this is somebody you follow?
No, I don't follow him. It just keeps showing it to me because I watched the entire video.
Okay,
it'll
so-
pop up. He'll put like a Texans logo on his head, and he's to find the person.
So why
on the
do you
Texans.
care?
I don't care.
Oh,
it just
okay.
is something that you scroll through and
There are
enjoy
also
watching.
weird things that they're like, things that are oddly, weirdly satisfying. Like, I would watch videos of people power washing incredibly dirty carpets.
I watched so many power washing videos.
Why?
It's
Just
insane.
because it is just oddly satisfying.
Yes.
Like, there's no way to
Why is
describe
that
it.
satisfying?
The organizational
Somebody washing
side,
their car?
it's me.
It is.
Tell
It's
me
just
how
like
to
it's like
organize.
somebody, like you get a rug or a carpet that's super dirty, and then just somebody with a power washer just restoring the whole thing.
And this is what you're watching? Like,
Sometimes,
how is
yeah.
this making your life better?
It's
no,
not.
No,
Oh.
it's getting rid of brain cells is what it's doing.
not.
Yeah. Have you ever watched the guy that he clears out yards by just?
I think I've seen one of those.
Yeah.
It's just constant.
Laura, are
There's-
you a scroller?
I was. I don't engage in the TikTok because I got sucked into TikTok Marketplace. So I was like
Oh, where
starting
they're
to
selling
buy
their stuff?
the
Yeah, I don't
shop
do that.
stuff,
Yeah,
I don't
so
do
I
that.
got away from that, but I doom scroll on Instagram. I do
Doom scroll.
I doom scroll on Blue Sky.
Doom scroll is just.
Is there Doom on Blue Sky?
Yeah, there's a
I
lot of
heard there
doom on
wasn't
Blue.
that much doom on
No,
Blue
there's
also
Sky.
supposed to be
doom.
happy
No,
rainbows
it's
and
not so much
sunshine.
that there's no doom. It's just that the responses you get are less toxic.
Yes.
It's a little more civil in terms of the discourse, but no, there's just as much doom there as there is in the other.
There's
was
plenty
always
of
gonna
doom
be.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't scroll. I only do it to fall asleep at night.
Yeah, it does help.
Yeah.
So, anybody watching that Seth Rogen show, The Studio?
I want to.
Not yet. It's on my
I'm gonna
list.
All
start.
caught up.
It
It's
is so good. You did you
It's
watch?
great,
You
yeah.
saw the first one, right?
Yes.
How
So-
many are there? Just one?
Can I
think
give
there's three
away
now.
slightly the premise of the
Sure.
first episode?
Yes, first
Yeah,
episode.
sure.
Okay,
First episode.
sure.
So I was looking at it this weekend. There's some movie out right now about Minecraft, the video
I took
game,
my
and
kid
it
to
made
see it.
$150 million. How was it?
It was. My 6-year-old son was entertained. Let's
Okay.
put it that way.
Were you?
There were moments where I chuckled. It would have been better if maybe I had an edible sort of thing.
Right, sure.
Was
But
it Jack Black, Jason Momoa?
It's what, and they were perfect for what the movie is. It's
And what are
corny,
they
it's over the
like?
top. You get sucked in. They get sucked into a video game world. They have to help.
God.
They have to help Jack Black
like
escape,
Pixie
sort of
or
thing.
whatever.
Did you play Minecraft with your son?
I've played a little bit of it. He plays more than I do. I've played a little bit of it. So like I played enough to get the references and the things, but like it's if the sweet spot is like being aged like 8 to 12, probably. That's
Yeah,
a sweet
probably.
spot for that
I mean,
audience.
obviously it worked. It made a whole bunch of money. But isn't it kind of ridiculous that that's where we are? That we're turning Minecraft into a movie? I mean, so for example, in The Studio, episode 1, and I'm just going to give away a little bit of, don't be pissed off, Emmy. But the studio head decides to license the Kool-Aid guy. And the job is to turn the Kool-Aid guy into a movie. And that's kind of where we are right now. It's like, I want to license Captain Crunch. I think I can make a good movie about Captain Crunch.
Well, isn't that the same thing? Isn't it better than having something 3, like having a sequel of something that's you're just pulling something from back in the day? And
it seems
30 years later, we're getting the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with $150 million.
Right.
It clearly worked,
new.
but it's like
new IP, right?
God, I'm just not. It's old IP, right?
Minecraft's pretty new.
Minecraft's been around. I don't know
Like
how long it's been around, but it's very popular.
15 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because a lot of other video game franchises are at least built on stories. The whole draw of Minecraft is that you can create anything you want. There's no one coherent storyline that takes you through Minecraft. So the fact that they came up with one, I don't know.
I'm waiting for the Kool-Aid guy movie.
Hey, didn't Jerry Seinfeld make a movie about like
Cheeto
fire? The things that Laura likes.
The B movie.
The Cheetos. The fire.
Somebody did the fire hot Cheetos.
It was Hot Cheetos.
There was a Hot Cheeto movie. Was that
there was a Hot Cheeto movie, but that
Wasn't that
Jerry
Eva
Seinfeld
Longoria?
one.
Yeah, that was Eva
Longoria did that
Also-
one.
But didn't he
He
do
did a
some
movie
Pop-Tarts?
called.
He did a
He did a
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart. The Pop-Tart movie. That's right.
Didn't Adam Sandler do the Pixels movie where
Yeah.
they came to
Pixels,
life? And
That
stuff?
got destroyed.
That was horrible, by the way.
It was awful.
Okay, let me pivot over to this, you guys. So the over/under numbers are out for the NFL. These are early numbers, and obviously it includes free agency, but not the draft. So I am a Rams fan. Do you have any idea what the over/under number is for Rams this year?
I don't. I would say, if I could just guess, I would say 11.
It's 9.5.
Okay.
Now, I love the over on the Rams. I love going over 9.5. I think they win the division. I'm not sure why San Francisco is considered to be the favorite in the division if you go to Vegas. Like, their number's 10.5.
Yeah,
it's like there's been a mass exodus of talent from the 49ers. I don't understand how they're 10.5. I love the under there, and I love the over on the Rams.
I think that Niners number is just to generate interest, generate action. Because I think I'm with you. I think the Rams win the division. I think they're the best team in the NFC West right now. I think they get double-digit wins. So yeah, I think that Niners number is just to drum up some interest.
Are they healthy though? Trent Williams healthy, CMC healthy,
In
Brock Purdy
theory.
healthy.
Right, those are all fair questions.
In theory, they are. I know Brandon Ayuk may be a couple weeks into the season. I think potentially before he comes back. But everybody should generally be fairly healthy and ready to go. They had some losses on the defensive side. Obviously, they lose Deebo Samuel. It's just a different team than the last few years.
The other thing, the Raiders is 6.5, and I love the over on the Raiders.
I love the over on the Raiders.
I absolutely love over 6.5. What do you think, Marcus? You love the over, Bergman? You're a Raiders fan.
I do love the over. I think that Geno Smith is actually going to make a big
Whoa!
difference. I think he's making
Geno
a big
Smith fan.
And it's also a lot of Pete Carroll.
Yes.
That's the part.
Agree.
And also, and I hate to say it, Chip Kelly is a good offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Even though I hate him with a passion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Marcus?
I'm torn on that one. I feel like 6 wins might be just because of the division they play in.
Yeah,
right?
the division is a beast.
You got to deal with the
That's only
Chiefs
6 games,
twice.
though.
The Broncos twice.
The Broncos are better. The Chargers,
Chargers twice.
I mean, who knows with the Chargers, Brian? Who knows with the Chargers?
We're going up.
Take the under. Whatever. it is.
Chargers
Take the
over-under number's 9.5.
I'll take the over.
He'll take the over.
Double digits.
I'll lean under. But
come on now.
But I think they can win 9 games.
I think they can win 9 games.
Who got a better deal at quarterback? The Seattle Seahawks with Darnold or the Raiders with Geno Smith?
I think Geno, just because it's at least short.
right.
It's just because it's shorter.
And also doesn't mean that they're not going to draft a quarterback either. It's a 2-year
I don't know.
deal.
When you extended him, I mean,
But
I
it's
think
just
he
for
is
2
the guy.
years.
Yeah.
He's going to be the guy, but you can still draft a quarterback. If he does falter, you can still draft a quarterback behind him. They need to. Just because, and I'm sure they told Geno this too, is like, we're still going to draft a quarterback, but you're going to be our starter until you lose it.
Which means they're going to draft a quarterback 2 years in a row. Because whoever they draft
Good.
this year is not going to be your quarterback in the future.
No.
So you're coming back in 2026
Great.
and you're drafting another quarterback.
Draft all the quarterbacks. You have to get quarterback right to move in this league.
So I guess there's no question now that the number 1 pick is going to be Cam Ward, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When they get to the Raiders, will Shedeur Sanders still be on the board?
No.
No.
I'll be shocked.
Picking at 6.
Then give me Ashton Genty. I think that's the perfect fit for this team at 6.
Ashton Genty would be a really good pick, I think.
He's a really good pick. They would also have to draft some offensive linemen in the following round or their following picks.
Great. Go Genty offensive line and just build around the offense.
And I think the Rams are going to go cornerback. If the right cornerback is there, or they're going to go right tackle. I doubt there's a receiver at that point that they would jump on.
So who are your receivers right now? It's because you don't have Demarcus Robinson anymore, right?
No.
There's
Puka,
Cooper
Kupp.
There's Devontae Adams.
And there's Tutu Atwell. Those
Atwell.
are kind of the 3 guys. And
Tutu.
Jordan Whittington, who actually came on last year, he probably figures as well.
Tyler Higbee's healthy, so that's another guy that you have that's a weapon. But no, you need another wide receiver.
Yeah, they're going to add a wide receiver, I think, in the draft. They're going to find the next, whether it's 3rd rounder or 4th rounder, they're going to find that next guy that Sean McVay covets, and I think the offense will be fine.
How do you feel about Devontae Adams as a Ram?
So I'm unbelievably excited. Yeah. I think he's going to be a monster.
I hope so.
A monster.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think I think he's still got a lot left. I mean, really, it just hinges on the health of Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,
that's it. If Matthew Stafford is there and healthy and playing the way, especially the way he finished out the season, this offense is going to be on fire.
Well, the second half of the year, that offensive line was absolute money too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they really have a find in Bo Limmer at center. They've got Havenstein coming back at right tackle, left tackle Eric Jackson, who they just re-signed. I mean, that offensive line, if they stay healthy, that's the other thing. They got to keep Matthew Stafford on his feet through the course of the season. But I am so high on the Rams. I am as enthusiastically positive on the Rams as I have ever been with that young defense in particular.
So final record, what do you think they go? As of right now, obviously you have to go through the draft and a lot of things can change, but right now, what do you think the record is?
11-6.
11-6, okay.
Yep.
Respectable.
Yeah, same.
I thought you would go like 13-4.
No, I'm not going to go that big. Yeah, I think but very few teams are winning 13 games.
The Chiefs were doing it. I think what was the
Chiefs
Eagles?
are going to have a big come down.
Yeah, they are going to have a big.
They're going to have a
I
big come down.
Wait for it. I'm so happy now.
Yeah. All right, coming up next for you. Thank you. We are going to do some What's Up Fool. In the meantime, join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and producer Lindsay today for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw at Hollywood Park Casino. Going to be a grand prize of a pair of tickets to WrestleMania in Vegas. Got to be present to win. Got to be 21. Party and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greenie.
How do you like micheladas? How?
Do you not like tomato juice?
No.
Well, then you wouldn't like micheladas.
I know. How do you guys like those?
Because they're wonderful.
Because they like tomato juice.
Do you like those?
I don't, because I don't like tomato juice.
Yeah. Do you not like Bloody Marys?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I made micheladas this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, Marco.
Yeah? Good?
So good.
Okay.
So good.
Tomato juice.
I like to
Happy
line
for
up
you.
all of my things.
Me too. Yeah.
All of the little stuff that goes in. You know what goes a long way? Just a little bit.
What?
A little bit. Clam juice.
I'm out twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
it sounds. I'm on
out
your
2
side.
times on that.
This sounds
Little
disgusting.
horseradish, clam juice, Worcestershire, some muddled jalapeno, little Old Bay, and then
What about
ice
something that
cold
tastes
michelada.
nice and easy to
There
go
was
down
only
like a
one
mimosa?
yes.
Those are
Thank
good too.
you.
I like a
So
mimosa
good.
too.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco.
on 710 ESPN.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits Black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 Black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
Dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., DeMarco, and me for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw tonight at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to WrestleMania on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you tonight at Hollywood Park Casino. For more info, go to ESPNLA.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investment to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover train will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and a kiss and fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less. And trains depart every 2 minutes, beginning in early 2026. Learn more on this website, lawa.org/ESPN.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BREAK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BREAK to 321-321. That's BREAK to 321-321.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea.
I do.
I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, guys.
You're right. I'm not really that picky.
No, not at all.
Take it away, Laura.
You are picky. What did I miss? Anyways, talking about picky, I have not been to this food chain in a long time, but according to this article, the Olive Garden chain was dethroned as the most popular U.S. place to go for dinner.
Really?
By Texas Roadhouse.
I never heard of Texas Roadhouse.
I've been to a Texas Roadhouse.
Have you?
They're okay.
I've never been to an Olive Garden.
Really?
Get out of
What?
here.
No.
Never, not
Who
one
hasn't
time.
been to an Olive
I've never
Garden?
been one time in my life.
Really?
No.
You know, there's nothing on the menu with olives at the Olive Garden.
Is that true?
I think they keep it. I think they have like a couple olives in the salad, but generally
Maybe.
there's nothing on the menu with
But
olives.
bottomless salad and endless breadsticks? You're not in on that?
No, I am. I just never been there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Okay,
so
so my
Olive Garden
question-
has been surpassed.
Yes,
Roadhouse.
it has been dethroned by Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
Again, Texas Roadhouse. But if you guys could pick, you haven't even been to Olive Garden, so you can't really say it.
Okay,
but
fine.
what would be the equivalent? Like, if you are not an Olive Garden person, what would dethrone Olive Garden?
Well,
for
can I say what will not dethrone it? I would like to. I would like to lodge a complaint with Coco's.
Coco's?
Okay,
Yeah.
really?
What? Coco's
So,
is fine.
Back in
Back in my day.
1989, I came to LA to work in the movie business, and then there was a writer's strike, so I had to get a job. And Coco's turned me down. And I have never forgotten this. It's the Coco's that is in the South Bay in Redondo Beach. I don't understand why they didn't hire me. I was very, very qualified to be a waiter, and they said no. So I like to lodge a complaint with Coco's. I would be a hell of a waiter.
I will co-sign on that because they did not hire me.
Get outta here!
I tried.
No.
There was a Coco's in Calabasas behind, there was a Taco Bell and also a Coco's right in the back. There was no, right off the Las Vegas.
Damn you, Coco's.
Did not hire me. I was looking for a job. It was probably right after high school. So
Now
2002,
Coco's is kind of how would you? Coco's
Like
is like
Denny's
low end
Cafe?
Chili's.
Denny's.
Yeah. Chili's, by the way. would
Chili's
be-
is the
the
best.
one.
Yeah.
Chili's is
Chili's,
the one.
Chili's is the one.
Chili's maybe back
Over,
then.
over
Yes.
Olive Garden. I'm a big Chili's fan.
Get in my belly.
So Chili's would be my choice.
What about
Olive
you?
Garden, though, is a very cool spot if you love breadsticks and you love a lot of salad because they just keep bringing it.
Marcus, what would be yours?
Oh man, I was like Chili's is a a good call.
That's the right call.
You know, I was thinking like an Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, Outback is good. Bloomin' Onion.
Do they still have Outback?
That's the first thing I think about is Bloomin' Onion.
I feel like there's an Outback like in Torrance, maybe, or something like that. There's still
I
an
do like an
somewhere.
Outback, although the quality of the steak is not the same at an Outback as it would be at a steakhouse.
No, you're not going to
Black Angus.
Look at Black Angus.
Well, what else are you going to
Black
order but
Angus,
steak?
You're not expecting like some Kobe beef.
No,
No,
you're
it's
not.
it's like steak that's really mid and is not as good as.
But you can afford it.
Yeah, but you can afford it. You're right.
You know what is still really good all these years later? Like, when you find one, the Sizzler buffet still hits.
Yes. Never been to a Sizzler.
Not.
You don't need to.
I am so
There's one
not
right
so not in on buffets.
There's one right up the street from the Forum, like right there, like on
Buffets
Manchester.
are over.
Like on Manchester.
Buffets are
Prairie.
over.
Nobody likes BJ's. Like I love that restaurant.
BJ's good. Pizookie.
Yeah, I worked at BJ's.
Wait, what do you mean?
BJ's is delicious.
I mean, I haven't been in a minute, but it
Oh,
was
the
good. It was
Pizookie is a
Pizookie.
great
Yeah, I don't
dessert.
know. Last time I went, it was very mid. My best experience at a BJ's though was I met a guy in Fresno who claimed to be Joey Chestnut's brother, and I'm like,
Oh,
that
wow.
doesn't seem like a thing you would lie about,
No,
right?
no, that's so weird.
Like
to
you
have
wouldn't
made
lie
up.
about that sort
Yeah,
of thing, but he was waiting tables at a BJ's.
Yeah, Kobayashi is my cousin,
in
stuff
Fresno,
like that.
right? Like, I don't know.
By the way,
Sneaky, sneaky
BJ's. Good.
TGI Fridays, but they're no longer.
They're no longer.
I used to go there all the time.
I was just
for
in New York,
Thanksgiving.
the one in Times Square. They shut down.
Oh,
By the way,
wow.
BJ's is the only place that I've ever been fired from. I was fired from BJ's because I lifted up one of the other waiters and threw him against the wall and said, "If you ever call me an a-hole again, I'll kick the hell out of you."
Is this where
can you
used to
imagine
hound
that?
people?
I got fired for it.
Shocking.
There's a longer story.
You got
to it.
fired for that?
I'm
That's amazing.
surprised.
Is this where you
amazing.
used to haunt the people and ask them why I didn't tip you?
Yes,
No
absolutely.
wonder.
Yeah.
What's up, Phil?
All right, staying on the food topic here. I saw a poll on Twitter this morning. Got me thinking, 77% of people say they need to find something to watch before eating a meal at home. So before they, sit down to actually, enjoy their meal, they find something to put on to watch. 23% said they just like to actually enjoy their food. For me, I am very in that 77%. If I'm at home and I'm eating something, it is the food can sometimes get a little cold if I'm taking too long to find something. What about you?
So I completely turned off cable news, and I used to watch it a lot, so I don't watch it anymore. The one thing we do watch every night is David Muir, whatever his
ABC, right?
ABC
News.
World News Tonight with David Muir. We watch it every night. I DVR it, and we put that on during dinner, and we get sort of an overview of what's going on in the world. Then we watch TMZ, which I'm a huge Harvey Levin fan. I honestly would like to stand there with Harvey Levin during one of the episodes in BS. I think I would be made for that job. Alex Michelson's been filling in on
has he?
TMZ.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been on with Harvey. So yeah, I like to have stuff going on while I'm eating. Do you eat silently or do you eat with TV, Marcus?
I find myself doom scrolling sometimes when I eat. Which
Do
is probably
you?
Not bad. Probably not great. Like I'll just pull up the phone. Or at least I have an idea of what I'm going to watch. Like if the Dodgers are on, I'm going to throw on the
That's
Dodger
an
game,
easy
or
one.
I'll
If
throw on
there's
the
a game
Laker
on,
game,
yeah.
or something like that. But yeah, I don't necessarily have to watch anything as I eat. I can just eat my meal. It's fine.
So I'm very much like Brian. Like last night, for example, we ordered pho and then waited to watch White Lotus because we wanted to have the pho sitting in front of us
Right.
and then so we can eat the pho while White Lotus was on. Have to have something on that you're like ready to eat and watching something.
Right,
It
right.
cannot be just like looking around.
See, I never have good luck ordering pho in.
Pho
Yeah,
feels
that's
like
a hard
something.
one.
Pho feels like something
Yeah.
you need to eat at the restaurant.
Or like ramen
There's
also.
there's a trick to it. So like you create everything in the bowl first, and then you take when they bring you the broth, you have to heat up the broth again to get it bubbling, and then
pour it
in,
over.
Yeah.
and pour it over, and that's what makes
Pho
it.
is like the IKEA of takeout because like you
Yes.
just have to put it all together yourself
See,
once you
I,
get
I
there.
like putting it all together. You taking all the Thai basil and you're ripping it up and you put it in there. It's great.
No, I don't. I need no assembly required with my takeout.
Yeah,
I love it.
I agree. I've had bad luck with pho.
No, just reheat the
100%.
Bad luck pho.
Heat it up.
What's up, Fu? All right, guys. I concur. Pho, not a good one, or ramen. In 1995, on this day, Bad Boys was released in theaters, and one of my favorite movies, the Goofy movie.
Mike Lowry.
The Goofy movie was released in theaters as well, and I feel like that's one of the best like cartoon animated movie ever. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
What do you mean no?
It's the best.
Never seen it.
I have
You
eye to eye
lied about
somewhere in
seeing
here.
I have lied about seeing it. No, I've never seen the Goofy movie. Apparently, it's very nice for families and all that stuff. It's like Paddington the Bear.
You would love it.
Is it like Paddington the Bear?
No,
nothing
no.
like that. He went
It's
to
a
Peru
father-
now. It's nothing like that.
It's about a
It's 10
father and
times better.
son on a road trip. You would love it.
It's not like Paddington the Bear?
No.
No.
And also, by the way, that's super highly rated. On
Which
all your
one?
shows. Paddington.
I know. It's like 99%
Yeah.
on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow,
It's,
is
all
it?
the Paddington movies are like
I
that.
also
So
think, though, like, you know, it hits a certain spot because, like, you know, it's nostalgia for
Mm-hmm.
people of our age.
Sure.
A little bit.
This song, Eye to Eye, perfect.
We talked to Dieter Rule about this on the Blue Review
Oh,
recently.
love Dieter Rule.
How he plays this is like 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Yep,
you know,
absolutely.
Yeah, he plays this song.
Speaking of which, the former organist from Dodger Stadium for many, many years was Nancy B. Heffley.
Yes.
She passed away last week.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Hail fellow. She was a wonderful, wonderful lady. We used to have her come in and do Name That Tune.
Oh, yeah?
With us. And she would come in, she'd play a particular song, and people would call in and try to name the song. It was a really fun bit. So Nancy B. Heffley, very, very nice lady. Dieter Rule, spectacular at his job.
That's why we had Dieter on, was to talk about Nancy B. Heffley.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. She was the best. She was such a nice lady. All right, coming up next for you, what are we going to do? Let's circle back to the Lakers. Lakers looked fantastic yesterday. I've got something that an NBA analyst said about them that I think makes sense. Plus, the thing that we're not going to talk about today that we'd like to talk about. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap. as
Join
we
Kathy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and I for a special Monday Night Raw watch party here at Hollywood Park Casino. You can win tickets to the biggest wrestling event in Las Vegas, plus a round-trip airfare and a one-night stay. You must be present to win and 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play here at Hollywood Park Casino.
Online social casino. It's free to play, no strings attached. Enjoy social casino games like bingo, slingo, and slots and more with new releases every week, whether you're at home or on the go. Play for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Get started today at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Losing your home in a wildfire is devastating, and the fight for insurance money shouldn't make it worse. Jacob Imrani is helping families impacted by the Eaton fire, suing Southern California Edison, and holding insurers accountable.
First, I didn't know what to do. I heard what you were doing for my buddy by loading his car up. He calls me, he says, "Guess who's loading my car with water? Jacob Imrani." Right. I mean, for real. I said, well, I'm going to talk to Jacob.
Call him at 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Visit him online at calljacob.com, and together we are LA Strong.
Call Jacob. Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
I'm going to come out with something right here. I don't work as hard as John Ireland and have no interest in it.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
Don't you? Anxiety.
Yeah. Hey, it's Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, reacting to the Lakers' win over the Thunder. Kings clinched the spot in the NHL postseason last night. They face off against Seattle tonight. Coverage starts at 7 here on the home of the Kings, thanks to Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, only worth it if you enjoy it. And Luke Robitaille will be with us tomorrow. He'll react to, among other things, Kings making the playoffs and Alexander Ovechkin scoring the big goal yesterday at the Islanders to surpass Wayne Gretzky on the all-time goal-scoring list. Marcus Grant is here. Bergman's here. The one thing we can't talk about today, and I don't know when the waiting period is over, but we cannot talk about White Lotus.
Oh, it's too bad, too.
It's too bad. Did you watch it?
I've not watched
You've
this
not watched
season.
it?
I've been watching it vicariously through
so
other
sad.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear there's a lot of disappointment.
Disappointment?
Right. I don't feel. I heard that I was supposed to be disappointed, and then I'm not disappointed at all.
I'm not disappointed at all. You were
the general. The general social media response
has been negative.
Has been a lot of negative, a lot of disappointment over the finale.
You know what I think it is because there's a lot of theories that were floating around, and some I'm not gonna say which ones. Some theories actually came to be, so I think people get disappointed when their theories are correct.
I guess. I mean, because I just
Does that
know
make
that
sense?
The reaction to this finale was night and day different than the reaction to the Severance finale. Like that was universally.
Don't talk about that. I'm watching it right
loved. This is all I'll say. Like the
Severance finale was crazy.
Was phenomenal.
Yeah,
and
it was great.
Universally loved and cheered.
Am I the only one that thinks that Severance should end?
No,
right
I agree.
there?
I completely agree.
It would be. It's a great
if
ending.
They never made another episode,
It
I would
is
be
a
fine with
perfect
it.
ending.
I'm
Yes,
like 5
100%.
episodes into the second
There's
season.
going
so
to be another
please.
season.
There will be.
There is?
Yeah, there's
There
going to be
will be.
another season.
But yeah, if they never did another one, I'm fine with it.
Okay, so far I'm through 4 or 5 episodes of the second season, and I still have no idea what's happening from the beginning of the first season. Like, there's still not I don't understand everything yet, or basically anything.
Well, here's
like,
the thing.
they don't actually tell you anything.
And the ending, unique. This is unique to shows. Doesn't really explain anything either.
So you're not going to understand. Like,
I think it is smarter than I am. I think this is one of those shows that is so much smarter than me. I'm never going to be able to figure it out or put it together in my head.
I mean, it does have that feel to it. What I think Severance does well, because I think we've reached an age now where we feel like we have to know every little detail of a story. We got to know every backstory for every character. Whereas, being old enough and nerdy enough to have read like science fiction and stuff, like sometimes you just end up in a world and the writer doesn't have to explain to you everything that exists or why it exists in the world. It just you just go with the premise.
But I don't understand anything that's happening. I just watched an episode where they're walking through the forest for no reason whatsoever.
Oh no, that's a big episode.
The Orc Bow is a big deal.
You're missing the important.
Something happened at the end that was
correct.
Big. That was big. I know that. Yeah, that was huge. But
I always think I love that innie outie idea.
Yeah.
Because I always think my innie is here.
Yes.
And my outie is stoned. Watching a Dodgers game. I'm an innie. This is an innie. My outie is stoned and watching a Dodger game.
So you encapsulate the innie outie because what you are in here is not what you are outie. Your
Correct.
innie is an innie and your outie is 100% an outie.
Yeah.
Whereas Marcus, you're the same all throughout.
My innie, my outie, probably the same dude.
Yeah, my innie and outie completely different guys.
Totally different.
That's such a. Is your innie the same as your outie?
I don't know because I've never seen the show, but it's like you guys talking. I was watching something like innie, outie, innie, and I'm like, what?
Your innie is the same as your
my
outie.
innie is the same as my outie.
Yeah, my outie is so different from my innie, it's unbelievable.
There's a weird thing about the show, though, right?
By the way, if you are just tuning into this conversation,
this is
it is a strange one.
Someone's outie probably smells like goats when they go home every day.
That is true.
Oh yeah, one of them. That was
Right?
Brianna Tarth, by the way.
Yes,
it was.
But somebody you leave work and you smell like goats.
It's
and you're
true.
Like, what department do I work in?
What was I doing?
What am I doing?
Exactly.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah. So anyway, there's your summary of Severance.
Innies and outies.
Innies, outies,
essentially,
Severance.
your work life and your home life are separated.
And
no, man, I'm the same. Damn.
And by the way, that honestly is a good description of the way my life goes.
It is,
because
100%.
I don't answer text messages a lot of the time when I'm not here. I don't really want to be bothered by anyone here.
No, when you're here, when you're on the radio, you're a big, boisterous, silly guy.
Yeah.
When you're out, as soon as light turns off, you're just calm.
Mellow.
Correct.
Like,
And you
don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't go in an elevator with me.
Okay.
Yeah, did that mistake
Think about
once.
that. Think about that. I want to go in the elevator by myself
Sorry, mate.
down to the first floor.
You shut off.
That's when I'm shutting off.
Yes.
That's why I don't want anybody else to be in the elevator.
It all makes sense
It
now.
all worked perfectly. I walked right into that, by the way.
All right, so yesterday Lakers dominated. Here's what Tim Legler says.
The game was really about Luka offensively and the way that they shot the ball around him, because he was not really affected by anything Oklahoma City was doing to him with their pressure. And that is what they live on. They need that to happen to affect the ball handlers, affect the entry passes, because they're so quick and they're all over it. Luka was just kind of doing his thing, getting to his spot. And as a result, Oklahoma City was committing, make extra guys. Luka now spreading it around. All the three-point shooters got comfortable. And the Lakers, I don't know that I've seen them play many games this year, if any, that were more impressive than what I saw out of them today.
Yeah, they made a franchise record 22 threes in that game. And one of them in particular, he's talking about Luka drawing all that attention. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen the over-the-head pass thing before. I mean, at one point he's basically at the elbow, and he looks like he's driving to the basket, and instead he tosses the ball over his head without looking back, finds Gabe Vincent in the corner for a wide open three, and drains it. That pass I've never seen before.
It's maybe from Magic Johnson. Maybe that's one of the guys. But what Gabe Vincent hitting that shot is just completely indicative of what Tim Legler is saying there. Because against Houston, right?
Yep.
They made Gabe Vincent hit 6 threes and DFS hit 6 threes. In this game last night, Vincent, DFS, and one other guy hit like 4 or 5 threes also.
Right.
If everybody's open all the time on the 3-point line.
Yeah,
if they're hitting their shots, they did not against the Warriors, and that's the game they lost.
Yeah, I mean, they were moving the ball yesterday, which makes all the difference in the world. They were working to an open three, making the extra pass, and they had a lot of good looks. They had a bunch of corner threes yesterday, wide open corner threes.
Over and over.
And Luka was dominant, 30 points in the game. He becomes the first player, the second player all time with 650 points, 200 rebounds, 150 assists in his first 25 games with a new team. So since he's been here, 25 games, 650 points, 200 rebounds, 150 assists. That is just nuts.
That's ridiculous.
By the way, nobody told me who the other person was. Like somebody,
So
maybe
you got that, but you don't know who the other person
No,
was?
correct. I copied this off the screen on ESPN today. I just I hit pause on
Probably
Get
Magic.
Up, and I wrote down the graphic, and I don't know who is the other player with 650 points, 200 rebounds, 150 assists in his first 25 games with a new team.
That just sounds like something Magic would do in his first.
But again, with a new team, he only played on one team.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a new team. Could it have been?
Could it be
Could
LeBron?
it be? Could be LeBron.
Could be LeBron.
Could it be Kareem?
Maybe, but not
No,
assists.
not the assists.
No.
It would have to be somebody like that. It would have to be like if it was Steve Nash didn't play that well with the Lakers, but it'd have to be like a Nash or a Gary Payton or I think it's probably LeBron.
LeBron
Going to Miami?
makes the most
coming
sense.
to Lakers.
Coming to the Lakers.
When he came to the Lakers. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Somebody dig that up. Laura, somebody on the crack.
We're
No
working
idea.
on it.
Yeah, we're finding it. So there's this thing, Lakers in 5. Everybody, Lakers in 5. And obviously, Shannon Sharp is making a lot of hay with this. This is his thing. Yesterday, it was Lakers in SGA, PGA, USA, Lakers in 5 after they beat Oklahoma City. I think O'Shea Jackson Jr. started Lakers in 5. He's the first person I ever heard say it.
Every time I think Lakers in 5, I go directly to O'Shea
Me
because
too.
he did it on this show consistently, and did that whole USA PSA whatever thing exactly the same way. So I think Shannon Sharp stole it from O'Shea.
I think so.
Listen to the
I think
show,
it's very
stole it.
possible.
Is this like how LeBron suddenly made Taco Tuesday a thing, as though he was
he
the
stole
first
that.
person? Yeah,
He did steal that.
right.
Yeah, but that's okay. He co-opted it.
But this is what it feels like. Like Shannon has co-opted something that O'Shea made a big deal.
We're going to talk to Shea about it. I think genuinely it started with him, but we'll ask. We'll ask coming up.
Oh, he's coming on next, right?
Yeah, he's coming on next. In the meantime, I want to let everybody know, hey, this is tonight. This is happening right now. Cappy, O'Shea, and producer Lindsay, special viewing of Monday Night Raw tonight at Hollywood Park Casino. There's one grand prize, a pair of tickets to WrestleMania in Vegas. Got to be present to win. Got to be 21. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7. All right, O'Shea Jackson Jr. is going to join us next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Saturday in Los Angeles, the Kings blanked the Edmonton Oilers 3-0 to build a 4-point lead over the Oilers and maintain hold of second place in the Pacific Division. And by the end of the night, had clinched a playoff spot. Tonight, the Kings' push for home ice in the Stanley Cup playoffs continues as they host the Seattle Kraken. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7:30 Pacific on the brand new ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investment to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover train will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and a kiss and fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less. And trains depart every 2 minutes, beginning in early 2026. Learn more on this website, lawa.org/ESPN.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., DeMarco, and me for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw tonight at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to WrestleMania on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you tonight at Hollywood Park Casino. For more info, go to ESPNLA.com.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
50 years at full speed. It's going to be an epic celebration at the 50th anniversary Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach this weekend. It starts with the always exciting lineup. Indy cars, IMSA sports cars, Robbie Gordon's high-flying trucks, and drifting, along with the first ever historic Formula Exhibition event featuring all 3 eras of racing at the Grand Prix, Formula 5000, Formula 1, and Indy cars, all on track at the same time. A very special sight and sound for everyone to experience. Plus the huge Lifestyle Expo, Family Fun Zone, Mother's Exotic Car Paddock, and 2 exciting concerts. DJ duo Dubs on Friday night, presented by Acura, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band Foreigner on Saturday night, presented by Cuervo Tequila. Fun for the whole family. This weekend, April 11th through the 13th. Ticket information at gplb.com. Come and join the celebration.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greenie.
How do you like micheladas? How?
Do you not like tomato juice?
No.
Well, then you wouldn't like micheladas.
I know. How? How do you guys like those?
Because they're wonderful.
Because they like tomato juice.
Do you like those? Do you like?
I don't, because I don't like tomato juice.
Yeah. Do you not like Bloody Marys?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I made micheladas this weekend.
Yeah.
Marco.
Yeah. Good.
So good.
Okay.
So good.
Tomato juice.
I like to
Happy
line
for
up
you.
all of my things.
Me too. Yeah.
All of the little stuff that goes in. You know what goes a long way? Just a little bit.
What?
A little bit. Clam juice.
I'm out twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it sounds. I'm on
out
your
2
side.
times on that.
This sounds
Little
disgusting.
horseradish, clam juice, Worcestershire, some muddled jalapeno, little Old Bay, and then
What about
ice
something that
cold
tastes
michelada.
nice and easy to
There
go
was
down
only
like a
one
mimosa?
yes.
Those are
Thank
good too.
you.
I like a
So
mimosa
good.
too.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco.
on 710 ESPN.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions, a very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
And it is Mason and Arlen, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows. Fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
Hey, what's going on, people? Big Monday. Dodgers lose 2 out of 3 in Philly. They're about to take on the Washington Nationals, and it's Dustin May making his second start back from elbow surgery. Also, we've got the Lakers blowing the doors off OKC yesterday. Joining us right now is one of the biggest Laker fans we know, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Shea, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. I'm feeling real good. Just finished the episode of the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. Still in Rich Eisen studio, so I'm using all the furniture to do my interview on ESPN.
Nice, man. And I know you're going to be at Hollywood Park Casino here in a little while. I was watching Shannon Sharp today, and Shannon did the Lakers in 5. I think he did SGA, PGA, USA, Lakers in 5. Now, this is my recollection. You're the first person I ever heard do Lakers in 5. Did you invent Lakers in 5?
No, the power of LeBron James and Anthony Davis really created Lakers in 5. But listen, man, when it comes to being out in the public and saying it, you know who was loud and proud with it. Now, what I will give Shannon Sharp, the funny list of names before he says Lakers in 5, that's all Shannon.
Oh,
and you know, him being a representation of Laker fans, even though he's really a LeBron guy. But, like, him doing that and pumping up the Lakers, I'm never going to knock him for it. But you know who was on the radio week after week saying, when you see me in the street, Lakers in 5. The real ones know, man.
Yeah, the real ones know. I know, and every time I hear him do it, I'm like, he should be paying Shea a licensing fee for that phrase.
But Shea, if I pretty clearly remember you sitting in this studio doing the list and then saying Lakers in 5. You're saying that was all Shannon? You didn't do that first?
I mean, because Shannon, there's been memes of Shannon doing it and all that. I mean, I'm a crazy man. All right, Chris. Like, I need to be on a list. But when it comes to being a Laker fan, the reason why I'm so aggressive, when I was younger and I was seeing, you know, our celebrity fans go on these shows, I would see them get talked down by the host. Be cordial, be polite, and all that. And the only reason why I got famous is to force myself on shows to pump Lakers propaganda, okay? And I will be aggressive because it's what Laker fans deserve. And these disgusting single-digit championship franchises need to recognize or step aside.
You're telling me that there's a strand of the multiverse where Laker fans went on television and were humble? Does that exist?
Dude, no, they just didn't bring it the way that I needed it to be brought. So the Laker fan that I've been waiting for my whole life was the man in the mirror. And now that I'm here, you will never get rid of me.
So, obviously, yesterday, big blowout. Do you think they hang on to the 3, and how important is it to be the 3, Shea?
I think with this team, when it came to situations like just the start of this crazy schedule that they were given, and once they saw what things look like when all of our wheels and gears are turning, I don't think they care about the seeding. I think this is a team that is comfortable no matter where they are seated. Obviously, with the way that the Western Conference is shaped, you don't want to lose too many at a time because it might bump you down 3-4 spots. So I feel like we're comfortable where we are. The 3 would be nice, and they just want to go into the playoffs hot. We only got, 3 games left?
4 games left, just about there.
4 games left like that. We made our statement. We made our statement the other night in OKC. And so, I feel like we're not worried about seeding. But just for me and other Laker fans on Twitter, we got to stay ahead of Golden State. Like, we just got to, just for bragging rights.
All right, so there's all these teams that are all tied up below. Like, I know it doesn't matter what your seed is, as you're saying, but you got to want to see one team in the first round. Is it Denver, Clippers, Warriors, Timberwolves, or Grizzlies?
I feel like the Grizzlies would be fun just because, everybody remembers counting us out when the Grizzlies were, I believe they were the 2 seed and we bounced them out. That would be fun. I'm sure the press would love a good Lakers Clippers first round, but I don't want the Clippers anywhere near me just because they have that bad juju around them.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter to me. Memphis would be fun. Memphis would be fun.
So I want to ask you about, you were at Dodger Stadium when your dad drove around the outfield, which was an incredible moment.
Cool.
You were there with your daughter, right? Where were you watching?
Yeah, we were in the suite. I did the American father thing, Mase. I looked at the time, realized it wouldn't fit into my schedule, so I pulled my daughter out of school to take her to opening day. If that's not the American dream, I don't know what is, dude. Pull your kid out of school early so you can go watch baseball, which is a sport I hate, so it doesn't really make sense for me. But I'm glad I was able to do it. She got to see her granddad be cool, and it was a beautiful moment that she'll never forget.
Isn't it weird that your dad after all these years, got most famous? And I mean, he is now beloved amongst Dodger fans. And he got most famous maybe for being a Dodger fan.
Bro, he's the honorary mascot. Like, the dude gets a bobblehead for doing a song he's done 1,000,000 times. It's incredible, bro. We're on fire.
Hey, last year you were saying that you're going to be the loudest and proudest Dodger fan, and now they've won a World Series. Are you going to continue that this entire season? Where are you at with the Dodgers?
Greg, my disrespect knows no bounds. Okay, like, it's insane right now. I tried to order the torpedo bats for us myself.
Yes,
all right.
Nice.
The Yankees are over there cheating. They say they're not, but we'll figure that out ourselves. When we start using them, that's when it'll be considered cheating, I bet. But yeah, congratulations to the Phillies for winning 2 games. I'm sure they're very happy with themselves, and the Philly media is just so disrespectful. So I know they're just loving it, but we'll see how that goes. Right now, it's just all about staying healthy. I want Sasaki. I love the tears that I saw from him in his debut, because it shows me that it's a guy who cares, and that's what I want to see. Because they tell me that I shouldn't care about wins and losses this early, but it's good to see a player who did. And, yeah, bro, it's time for Dodger baseball all the time.
Hey, last thing, I want to ask you about your podcast. You're doing the wrestling podcast. Describe the show and where people can get it, all that stuff.
Well, the No Contest Wrestling Podcast, I do it with my buddy, my tag team partner, best in the world, my man TJ Jefferson. We're under the Rich Eisen Network umbrella. So right now, if you want to watch it on YouTube, you have to watch it on the Rich Eisen Show channel. And the podcast is available wherever you listen to podcasts, mates, wherever you do. So, yeah, the No Contest Wrestling Podcast, we just wanted to have an avenue where the superstars and stars of wrestling can go somewhere where they're not just promoting what they're about to do. We can kind of find out who you were when you were just a fan like the rest of us mere mortals, and can kind of big up people that you normally probably can't talk about when all you can speak on is a match coming up. We want to give comfortable, chill vibes, positive platform. The people have loved us so far, and we appreciate them for it. And we will only grow where the people will allow us, so we will be the people's champions.
So now you're going to HBC to go hang out with Sedano, and I think DeMarco's going to be there, and Cappy,
producer Lindsay.
Yeah, producer Lindsay. But what's going on with Monday Night Raw tonight? What are we supposed to be watching for tonight?
I mean, tonight, dude, we have to see how main event Jey Uso, who had to watch the ring general and world champion Gunther completely destroy his twin brother in front of him while he was handcuffed to the ring ropes. So that's pretty aggressive. We have to see how that's going to go.
That frankly, O'Shea, that frankly doesn't seem fair. So he's handcuffed to the ring, and then his twin brother is kicking the snot out of him. Is that what's going on?
No, what happened was Gunther, who Jey Uso is going against at WrestleMania for the title, Gunther had a match with Jay's twin brother Jimmy, right?
Okay.
And Gunther ends up winning, but then he starts to beat up Jimmy even more after the bell rang. Jey Uso comes out to help his brother, gets in a scuffle with Gunther. Gunther gets the advantage, and I think it was actually zip ties Jay to the wrestling rope.
Of course.
And what makes Jay watch Gunther beat Jay's twin brother Jimmy to a bloody pulp while he could do nothing. So we have to see how he responds to that tonight.
Bad times for the Usos.
It's bad, dude. It's bad. So we got to see how my man prevails tonight, and it should be a promo for the ages. But I will be watching it live with a bunch of guys that I know, a bunch of people, my compadres. And, I'm going to get in my expensive Uber and head over there right
Yeah, Uber Black for Shay. All right, hey, Shay, thanks a lot for coming on, man. We'll be listening this afternoon, you, Cappy, and producer Lindsay at Hollywood Park Casino. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Bro, you know I am always down to come on Mason and Ireland. And remember, when you see me in the street, Lakers in 5.
There you go. Thank you very much, Shay. Appreciate it, man. All right, there's O'Shea Jackson Jr., and yes, he did start Lakers in 5. He didn't do the goofy expression beforehand necessarily, but he did do Lakers in 5.
And So Super Sam was a part of that, too?
So Super Sam was absolutely part of that.
Lakers in 5.
I don't think that exists.
Without O'Shea?
No, I don't think Lakers in 5. I don't think Super Sam did Lakers in 5.
She didn't just say Mason and Ireland. She said Lakers in 5, Lakers in 5.
Do you have that? Beep. Do you have that? I don't. Okay.
Mason and Ireland, Mason and Ireland, Mason and Ireland.
It didn't start with Mason and Ireland.
Lakers for life, Lakers for life, Lakers for life. You little. Win, lose, Lakers for life, baby. Let's go.
I don't have her saying Lakers in 5.
I thought it was.
It is. Even Parker sitting there.
Parker
says yes. His arms are waving.
Parker says yes.
Parker says So Super Sam did Lakers in 5.
I thought it was.
He's
Parker's dancing back there.
that's
he's
what
bobbing his head. He's got a whole
really
thing.
quick. So I was talking to O'Shea as we were saying goodbye. Somebody in the chat said that the Dodgers need to come up because they have all these like cool food items and stuff. They need to come up with an Ice Cube themed food item, and then he should pick like what his food item would be.
No, that's a good idea.
So I told O'Shea, and he's like, "Dude, I'm texting my dad right now."
Oh, there you go.
Make it happen.
Right. There you go.
Let's do it.
Right.
Yeah, there is a. I'm not sure when Ice Cube bobblehead night is, but there is a bobblehead night for O'Shea Jackson Sr. This year for Ice Cube.
Are you gonna go line up?
Yeah, I would. No? Well, the nice thing is now everybody gets a bobblehead. Isn't that a rule now? Everybody at Shohei night, everybody got a bobblehead.
As it should. Even though people were lined up since 7 a.m.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Crazy.
June 21st, by the way,
is Ice Cube bobblehead night.
Bobblehead night.
That's very
he better
cool.
be there.
I would hope so.
Oh, it's silver. Look at that.
And I think this next homestand, there's a Freddie bobblehead night.
Right, and he's going to miss it.
He's going to miss it. Yeah, he's not able to play.
With his arm in the air.
That's what it is. It's the walk off. The bat in the air.
That's so awesome.
That's going to be his statue.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to get that one.
Yeah.
You have to watch the documentary on Apple TV.
Yeah.
I was telling the guys.
So I've not watched this documentary yet. It's about last year's World Series.
Yes.
What is the compelling reason to watch?
So you get to see things like you'll have Jack Flaherty talking through his start in the background while he's from Game 1 and Game 4, or Game 5, excuse me. Yeah, Game 5. And then you also have like Dave Roberts talking and Aaron Judge is talking, and you can actually see when they're like, oh yeah, Nestor Cortez, 100%, that's the guy. Before it even gets close, it's like, oh, we're going to go to Nestor right here. No matter what, we really like Nestor against Mookie and Freddie.
I can't believe he went to Nestor.
Yeah, and he first pitch cracked. Like it's so well.
Who was the
done.
other lefty? Tim Hill, I think, was the other lefty he could have gone
like
to.
an inning and a third or something like that. Inning and 2/3.
Tim Hill, I don't think Tim Hill had come in.
No, Tim
yet.
Hill had not come in. They went to Nestor.
They went to Cortez before Hill,
and he had Tim Hill available.
Yeah.
But it's so well done
Well
that
done.
I was telling Mase and Marcus that I know how this turned out, okay?
Right.
We were there at game 1, Greg.
Yep.
We know how game 1 turned out. We know who won, all of that. But I was still like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen because it's so well done.
Yeah. Who here was at game 1?
Me.
Laura?
Stu. Yeah, you were there, weren't you?
I was there.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that night.
That is
It was
one of the
amazing.
greatest nights of my life.
Yeah, I will never, ever forget that night. It is still so friggin' magical to me that it happened.
Not just that, but as we were seeing it, because you're there, you're experiencing it in such a different way. And then when you're seeing the documentary, you're seeing it like very different. And I was watching it with my boyfriend, the Boo, and he's like, do you remember that? He's like, I don't remember that. We were so in the moment that some things are just like, oh, that really happened.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah, no, watch it.
It's so good.
It's called Fight for Glory.
I don't watch a lot of sport. I watch a lot of games. I don't watch a lot of sports documentaries.
I hate documentaries in general. We've talked about this
So
before,
good,
but
though.
this one was so well done. Also because they won, and I really like
Yeah,
the subject
that too.
matter.
Yeah.
But either way, it's really well done. Fight for Glory on Apple TV Plus. It's fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic.
All right, coming up next for you, Bergman, I need your advice.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
This is better be good.
I'm getting a tattoo, and I have questions.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All in.
Coming up next for you. In the meantime, listen to Travis and DeMarco all week long for your chance to watch Saturday night's LAFC match at BMO Stadium inside the 710 suite. When you hear the cue to call, be calling number 7. Winner picks up a 4-pack of suite passes. Listen all week long to Travis and DeMarco for your chance to win only here on 710. Mason in Ireland. Marcus is here. Bergman is here. It's time officially to do it. It's game time. Let's Chumba. At Chumba Casino, the action never stops. You can play online social casino games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchase necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo and solitaire and slots and so much more. Hundreds of games. You're never going to run out of action. Here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus, free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. Play for free. Take your shot. You can redeem some awesome prizes. What are you waiting for? The clock is ticking. The game is on. Suit up and let's Chumba. Head to ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Wildfires don't just destroy homes, they turn lives upside down. When the Eaton fire swept through, families were left scared and overwhelmed and unsure where to turn. You're about to hear something from someone who lived through it, one of Jacob's clients, one fighting for justice against Southern California Edison.
When I got the call, there was a fast-moving fire. I was like, no, this is not happening. And I tried to get out the car to get into the house. When I came out, flipped down the stairs, and I sat outside till almost 4 in the morning. I drove to the market, and I slept in my car. And when I went back, it looked like someone had dropped a nuclear bomb out today, and I couldn't recognize the streets.
If the Eaton fire left you and your family with nothing, Jacob and Ronnie is ready to fight for you. He's already filed lawsuits against Southern California Edison for their responsibility for the fire, and his team is helping families recover every dollar they deserve. Call 844-24-JACOB or visit calljacob.com. Together, we are LA Strong.
Call Jacob. There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
Hey, what's going on? Back from vacation. Super excited to be back. The only downside to it is that over the last 3 weeks since my party, I have gained 9 pounds. Count them, 9 pounds.
9.
Is that not? That seems unhealthy to gain that much weight that fast. 3 weeks, 9 pounds.
Not even. Like I feel like a lot of it's probably just water weight.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
I'm back at the gym.
Look, just enjoy yourself. You're 60 now.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
I
still go to the gym,
Yeah,
go to
of
the gym,
course.
still work out, but enjoy what you eat.
You look great.
Fine. Yeah, you do look good.
Thanks.
Still.
Oh, thanks.
It's
I was looking for affirmation.
Yeah, you always are.
Yeah.
It's in your face. You can see
It's in my
thin.
face, yeah.
Just because
Okay.
it's 9 pounds.
All right.
You'll knock it off.
I'll knock it off. Absolutely.
You got to be nice to me.
Please. Okay, I'll fill you in on this. So our jacuzzi is down, and we're getting a new one.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this a Morales thing?
He is going to be the last person in the jacuzzi. The day we get rid of the jacuzzi is the day that Morales and Cappy can go into it. They'll be the last people in the jacuzzi.
You're going to leave water in it for them, right?
There will be water. Correct. There will be water.
Right?
So because I'm between jacuzzis, now's the time to get a tattoo because you can't get a tattoo wet for a while.
That's right.
So I read that 68% of people in a survey are unhappy with the design of their tattoos. Now, you have a lot of tattoos.
Right.
Who designed your tattoos?
Different people. The one on my arm that goes all the way up my like half sleeve was done in Hawaii by a guy that I don't even remember his name. There was another one, unbreakable tattoo, the turtles on the back of my leg.
Yeah.
There's the guy there. There was the owner of Unbreakable.
And he
tattoo.
designed it?
He designed it. And I love it. It has like this like tribal feel to it that has my kids' initials in it that you can't really see. It was really well done. And I have no idea who did these ones.
Just some rando?
Yeah, it was just some guy I went into.
Didn't you just get a free tattoo from somebody?
It wasn't free. I have an XIII underneath my arm here.
And it means?
It was $13 on Friday the 13th. It's supposed to signify good luck. We were supposed to get one me and my ex-wife were supposed to get one every single Friday the 13th.
You get another 13 every single time?
That's the idea is you get one every Friday the 13th for $13. And she kept going. And after the first one, I'm like, this is stupid.
I feel like discount tattoo's not a thing I want to do.
No. It's not something I want to do
Wasn't it a radio station bit?
No, it was not a radio station.
It sounds like a radio station bit.
But it wasn't. It was just me and her wanting to go do it, and I never want to do it.
We did a bit for a while.
I'm going to cover it.
On radio at 93Q WRQN. Where we did a thing called Tattoos Day, and every Tuesday somebody would come in and get a tattoo live during the show.
Who was the guy that got the Mason Ireland tattoo?
His name is Christian Flores.
Christian Flores, yeah.
Has a Mason Ireland tattoo on his calf. Yeah.
So they put it out. This was like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah.
Put it out there. If you get a Mason Ireland tattoo on you, you can come in and play fast track with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he got it.
He
right
got
on
it.
His leg.
And it was a significant size tattoo.
Right on his leg.
That's a lifetime commitment.
It is.
I enjoy hanging out with you and playing a game of games and that sort of thing. I'm not getting tatted just to come in here and do that.
Okay, so I'm going to do an instant survey.
Okay.
My idea is I want my tattoo to be some representation of dogs.
Okay.
My dogs. I've had 6 dogs in my life.
So you want all 6 dogs represented?
I was going to do this with like the dog paws.
Okay.
And 6 of them.
Yeah.
Or I was going to do this, which is kind of a tribal dog looking tattoo.
It's very Moana feeling.
It's a dog paw, but it's kind of in.
So I like that.
Yeah.
If you're just signifying one dog.
One dog. Well, or it's a paw to represent all dogs.
Yeah, or sure, but I do like the
paws
going up because you have 6 of them, and then you can keep adding paws as you get dogs.
Yeah,
because you're going to continue to have dogs.
Yeah, continue to have dogs. Although we've got a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old now, so we're good for a while. Although we're a 3-dog house. When Sophie goes, we're getting another dog.
So there's another. Okay. So you can keep adding. Or where are you going to get it? Up back of your arm?
Yeah, I was going to get it here on my tricep because because I've got serious triceps.
Your tries are popping.
Just in time for the summer shrimp part two.
My triceps are,
Yeah, no, good.
I'm killing it there. All right, whose game is it today?
Brian's.
Brian Cohen's game.
That's right.
Tomorrow's
Excellent.
mine. Good
Tomorrow's Laura. I'm Wednesday. I've got a great game. teed up,
Ireland's
ready to
Thursday
go.
and Michael is Friday.
There's your scoreboard. There's your game of game schedule. It is Brian Cohen's game. We'll do it next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Saturday in Los Angeles, the Kings blanked the Edmonton Oilers 3-0 to build a 4-point
Join Kathy,
lead.
O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and I for a special Monday Night Raw watch party here at Hollywood Park Casino. You can win tickets to the biggest wrestling event in Las Vegas, plus a round-trip airfare and a one-night stay. You must be present to win and 21 years or older to enter. Park party and play here at Hollywood Park Casino.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com. Call Jacob. Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. A lot of confusion here in the studio. Thank you very much. Brian Cohen, are you able to keep score of this game?
I could try.
As you go along?
Yeah, we could try it out.
We'll all try. We'll all try. So there are, let's see, me, Bergman, Marcus Grant, and Laura are the players, so 4 players. And Brian, what's the game?
Well, we got the national championship game coming up today, so it's a
yeah, we talked a lot about it.
National championship game. So you got 3 choices for every answer.
Isn't it interesting how uninterested we are in the national championship?
Do you know
game?
who's in it?
I do. I know it's Florida and Houston.
Yes. You almost said Duke, though. Huh?
Yeah. I did.
Well, they should have, but they fumbled that.
Glad to see Duke lose.
So multiple choice. Every answer is going to be between Florida, Houston, or the women's champ, UConn.
Okay.
Okay.
Talked a lot about that too.
All right.
Yeah.
More about that than we did about the men's. All right.
All right, here we go. Number 1. What school currently costs the most to attend per year?
And it's
either Florida, Houston, or UConn. So those are your choices for every question.
Okay. Bergman.
So
most expensive tuition.
Florida's not too bad. I don't know about Houston. UConn is expensive in stores. Yeah, UConn.
Marcus.
Houston.
Mason says Houston. Laura.
I'll say UConn.
It is UConn.
It is UConn. Okay.
Yeah, stores is expensive. It's a good school.
$39,000 a year.
Okay.
Pretty pricey. All right, which school has the most national championships across all their athletic programs?
Okay. Marcus.
Florida.
I'll say Florida. Laura.
With the crowd, Florida.
Bergman.
Florida.
It is Florida.
Okay, so everybody takes that one.
All right, the rest of these are all alumni.
Alumni. Okay,
Yes.
got it.
So two-time NBA champ.
Are you keeping score?
I'm trying, yeah.
I'm also trying. I think Greg and I have 2, and then you and Marcus have 1.
Got it.
Yes.
Two-time NBA champ, Olympic gold medalist, and Basketball Hall of Fame member Ray Allen is alumni of which school?
Who starts?
I start. I should really know this, and I don't. So I will say UConn. Laura.
Houston.
I think I'm wrong, too, yeah.
Houston.
Bergman. What is it?
UConn.
UConn. Marcus?
UConn.
UConn.
It is UConn.
Oh, did I get it? All right, good.
Yeah, you knew it.
Oh, no, I was playing dumb.
I didn't play.
Everybody's favorite NFL commentator, former NFL wide receiver Chris Collinsworth, is an alumni of which school?
Oh.
Lar.
Florida.
Bergman.
Let's go Houston.
Marcus.
Florida.
Mason's Florida.
It is Florida.
It is Florida.
I missed one.
Okay.
All right, ready for this one?
Ready.
Yeah.
World Series champion, World Series MVP 2017, George Springer, as an alumni of which school?
Bergman.
I don't care.
University of A-holes.
Let's go with... I'll go Houston.
Marcus.
Florida.
I'm going to go Florida. Laura.
I'll take the other one, UConn. Why not?
And you're glad you did. He is UConn.
UConn. Okay.
You should go back there.
What's school there, score there, Laura?
All right, I got 4. Greg has 3. Marcus has 2, and you have 3.
Okay.
Wow.
Cool.
I got to pick it up.
The actor best known for his role on The Big Bang Theory as Sheldon, Jim Parsons, went to which school?
Okay, we start out with Marcus here.
Houston.
We haven't had a Houston. I'm going to go Houston. Laura?
I'll go Florida.
And Bergman.
I mean, he's from the Texas to Houston, right?
Houston is correct.
Houston's correct. All right, I think we got a 3-way tie, if I'm not mistaken.
1, 2, 3, 1. Yes, we do. 4, 4, 4. Marcus 3.
Ooh, it's close.
Close.
American singer, songwriter, record producer, and member of the Country Hall of Fame, Kenny Rogers is an alumni for what school? You know, the Gambler.
The Gambler.
Yeah.
I am first here, and I will say, God, I'll take the obvious pick and say Houston. Laura.
I'm going with you, Houston.
Bergman.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with you guys, even though I think it's Florida. I'm going to go Houston.
Marcus.
I got to make up ground. I'm going to say Florida.
Should have went Houston.
Houston it is.
It just seemed too obvious.
You got to know when to hold them.
You know?
When to fold them.
When to fold them,
Marcus.
yeah. All right, Greg, Mason, and I 5, and Marcus, you got 3.
How many are left?
3 left.
Okay.
3 left, okay.
American gold medalist at the 2004-2012 Olympics and a member of the National Soccer Hall of Fame, Amby Wambach went to which school?
Okay. Abby Wambach. Let's see, where are we starting here? Start with Laura.
Let's go Florida.
Bergman.
I'm going to go UConn.
Marcus.
I'm going to go UConn.
And I'm going UConn.
Should have went with Laura. It is Florida.
Florida!
Laura, you now have to
Right.
go first.
I think I'm
Now
done.
I have the lead.
I think
You are out,
I think I'm
Marcus. I
eliminated
think so.
now, yeah.
Okay, so Laura, updated scoreboard.
All right.
Brian, you got it?
Let's see, Laura got it.
Okay. Laura?
Laura has 6, Greg and Mason have 5, and Marcus, you have 3.
Okay, so Marcus, you're out.
Eliminated.
I'm out.
That's what I got as well. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, also got the same score.
Laura, you
All
got to
right.
go first.
How many left?
2 left.
2 left. Okay, so Bergman, you and me, 1 behind. We'll have to
Yep.
go different at some
All
point.
right, I'll go first. I'm also thinking of doing the score here. Okay, go.
All right. Actor, comedian, impersonist, cast member on Saturday Night Live, Bobby Moynihan is an alumni of which school?
God, he was just on the podcast.
He was. So,
I
Laura,
should
you got to go
really
first.
know.
I have to go first, and I really don't know, but I'm going to go Florida.
Florida. I'm going Houston.
I'm either
he
going.
knows, so there
I'm
it
either going Houston or UConn. I'm going to go Houston and stick with Mace.
Does he know that?
Oh, it's UConn, isn't it?
It is UConn.
It is UConn.
We all got it wrong.
Dang it.
All right, now Laura goes first, and we all got to be different.
Okay.
All right.
All right, last one here. 3-time Emmy Award winner and a member of the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame, Jim Nantz, attended what school?
Laura?
I don't know. I'll go UConn.
I will try. I'm not sure at all. This is a total and complete guess.
Sure it
I
is.
have no recollection of where he went, but I'll say Houston.
We never played this game in the alumni game and had Jim Nantz 1,000 times. So Houston would be my guess.
Houston is the correct answer. That's right.
By the way, I heard today Jim Nantz, of course, went to Houston. Huge fan.
Huge Cougar fan.
And has a lucky
All right, you
sweater
guys are
that he's
tied.
wearing to the game tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're all tied up.
Yeah, all tied up.
All right, ready for the
that's
tiebreaker?
still, I thought
Yeah.
it was done.
Tiebreaker.
Oh, tiebreaker here.
Oh,
When
just kidding.
When you add together all three universities, Florida, Houston, and UConn, how many national championships do the schools have combined across all athletic programs?
All athletic
my
programs.
God, all?
Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm going to say
All right, I wrote it down.
195.
Oh, dang, I'm so over.
I wrote down 66.
I'm so... Radio Michael, get ready. 330.
No, that's not a crazy guess.
Total is at 91. So
Oh,
Mason.
wow.
Yeah!
Because USC have like 130.
Yeah,
USC,
UCLA's got more than
and
anybody, right.
and Stanford. They're
Stanford,
all in the hundreds.
They
Right,
win
so I was trying
all
to
the
go in, like,
Olympic sports they win.
Yes.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
people, like
That's
80.
why I was like, oh, like a 300. There's
So,
300
Laura,
like 80
pops.
each.
I will ask you, just because I'm curious and wondering, what is the score for the month?
Okay, sir. So Brian 2,
That's right.
Ireland 2, Pepe 1, Michael Thompson 1, and now you are on the board with 1.
Excellent. So I am looking for my third straight month.
Oh, jeez. There's not. There's a lot of time left. It just
Yeah,
started.
plenty of time. Plenty of time. But this is I hardly ever win Game of Games, and I have a chance to win 3 months in a row.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
changed
dominating.
everything. It's the year of the Mace.
I know.
2025.
My care factor went up. You know, Momo
Why?
likes to talk about the care factor. Certain players have a really high care factor, and certain players don't have a high. I now have developed a high care factor for Game of Games.
But why?
Try something different. It's like rebooting my life.
Starting a new decade. Time to turn
Rebooting
over
my
a new
life.
leaf.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Hit
absolutely.
60 and decide I'm going to win Game of Games. Yeah.
So I wanted to mention one last thing here, and then we'll do some Supercross talk. Do you realize that we had Prohibition? It ended today in 1933. Can you imagine a time
That would have been awful.
when there was no alcohol allowed?
Wait, it ended today?
1933, Prohibition in the United States is repealed.
So
April 7th?
December.
Did you?
Yeah, because I used to. Well, I say this because I used to get together with friends and celebrate December 5th, which was Repeal Day.
Is it really?
Yeah. Right.
So wait a minute. Okay, so
Why were
that's
a great
very.
day. Random day.
I know a lot of random things. This is like a random thing that I'm big on. Like
So
I
I'll
preach the
just read it
gospel.
directly. Prohibition in the United States was repealed for beer of no more than 3.2% alcohol by weight.
Okay, so December 5th is when the 21st Amendment was ratified, which repealed the 18th Amendment, which was 18th
Dumb
is what
amendment.
created.
That was a dumb. Number 18 was
the
a
18th
dumb
is
amendment.
what created Prohibition. The 21st got rid of the 18th, and that was ratified, I guess, by Congress or the states. I don't know, but on December 5th.
Okay, so I'm
going to go with the December
I
5th.
I think Marcus knows about Prohibition. He knows his Prohibition history.
Here's the thing. I feel like Repeal Day is a uniquely American holiday because we were the only major developed nation that decided to just make a law that you can't drink alcohol.
That is so weird.
I mean, not for religious reasons.
Give me the
Just like,
liquor.
no.
Just
No
give me the
drinking.
liquor.
Just no.
Yeah.
Right?
And
You know?
what was it? Why did we do it?
I think it was because it was a lot. I think it was really tied into women's suffrage at the time as well.
Okay.
Because a lot of women who stayed at home and had to work, they were tired of their husbands going to the bar and getting drunk and coming home and either being lazy or abusive or some combination of that. And
Right.
so along with the women's suffrage movement to try and generate the right to vote for women, part of it was repealing the right to drink alcohol
And be
in an
nice
effort
to your spouse.
Be nice to your spouse.
Okay.
Devo-
So
you know,
it
Some guys
was
didn't
kind of
remember.
the, it was
whole
kind of
thing.
the be nice to your spouse amendment.
Basically, essentially, yes.
Yeah, interesting. It reminds me of we were talking about drinking. Parker Posey at one point in White Lotus
Piper
says, now that I'm out of
lorazepam,
I have to drink myself to sleep. It's such a funny character.
Oh,
All right, coming up next, we're going to do some super crosstalk. Cappy's on the road with O'Shea Jackson Jr. and Lindsay at Hollywood Park Casino. We'll do that next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., DeMarco, and me for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw tonight at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to WrestleMania on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you tonight at Hollywood Park Casino. For more info, go to ESPNLA.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Your mic's not on, Cappy.
Mic's not on there, Cappy.
Your mic wasn't on.
A very distant
How do you do that out of the
boat.
gate?
There you go. There you go. What's up, guys?
Good job.
You guys are out at Hollywood Park Casino. What's going on, Morales?
The Century Bar and Grill. We're getting ready for our wrestling experience. We're still waiting for O'Shea and
coming.
DeMarco. They're on their way.
Oh, he's on his
Were you
way.
upset?
We just talked to Shea.
Like a tag team, they're walking in.
Oh, we tag teamed O'Shea today?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Oh,
Wait. Yeah, he came on today to promote going there.
Okay. Now, Mase, did you get Deacon on today?
No, Deacon's coming on tomorrow. Deacon Fry is coming on the show tomorrow.
By the way.
Yeah.
Let's identify to the audience.
Yeah,
Cap.
Deacon Fry, Glenn Fry's kid, who's now performing in the Eagles. And I saw them at Sphere this past week, and they were just so damn good.
How's today's show been? Since you and John aren't together till October, right?
Yeah, I think in October we have a show together, and then another one in November.
Oh, that's nice. Was it good to have Greg Bergman back with you?
Yeah, we were so it was so sad when he left. It was just we were all joyful when he came back. Well, I don't even know where he went.
He couldn't hang out for the last, like,
he was in his
5
office.
minutes.
Yeah, but all of a sudden today he says, "Yeah, I'll come in and hang out with you." I'm like, "Okay, cool," but I don't know why he
Nice.
wasn't hanging out in the weeks prior.
Well, he was being management.
I guess
Well, he's
so.
still management. He's still management.
Still
Okay,
management.
well,
I don't know.
but-
The whole thing had to run through Laura. She's the one that set out. Laura, how did this come about?
Why am I to blame? First of all,
It's not. It's not to blame.
Oh, okay, I was
Did you elect to bring Bergman back?
I heard that you just basically said, "Hey, Greg's going to be on today." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, because we had previously had this tribute to Greg when he left the show,
I'm like, "Can I be honest or not?"
but now it's completely inappropriate because Greg's back.
It seems like Greg dictated himself being
Yeah,
back
he
on the
did.
show.
Yeah, he really did. That's what I was trying to avoid, but you said it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I can
Sounds like
say
he
it. Like,
dictated to leave
like,
and come back.
Yeah, no, he forced himself in. Is what
I'm
he
just a
did.
part-timer here. I can say stuff like
yeah,
that.
Marcus can get away with anything. So, Cappy, what's
Mace?
Yeah,
Mace, so let me just ask you. First of all, I want you to know something.
yeah.
That when you're not here, John, and you should know this,
He takes something because he talks very fast.
but he refuses to do the woo 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 woo.
Oh, is that
he
right?
refuses to do it.
Oh, there's O'Shea.
So then they don't do it, and I go like this, Mace. I go, love boat. Like,
Oh,
I
is
just,
that
I don't
right?
Have I don't have the energy when you're not there. You understand what I'm saying?
You need a
I
woo
don't
woo
have-
woo to get going.
we do the
Right.
woo woo woo. You just don't like our woo woo woo.
You're next to
No,
me,
no, no,
baby.
no. That's not true of your woo woo woo. No, to
Yes.
woo woo woo. I know
We
when
do woo, woo,
see,
woo.
No, it will require Andy to do it because Ramona doesn't do it.
I
and-
do it,
and
but
John
you want the host to do it.
No, I will take your woo
Yeah,
woo
there's
any
no
day.
way you're ever going to get Ireland to woo woo woo.
No,
He's
O'Shea-
not a woo 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 guy.
Breaking news: O'Shea is now squeezed between
Oh, nice.
Cappy and I, where he belongs. Tag teamed by Cappy and I.
Oh, God.
Woo woo woo.
O'Shea.
Oh wait, yeah.
Poor Shay.
Love boat.
Yeah, I know it's crazy right now, but there's a Luka Doncic jersey here, so I'm happy.
That's
Now,
right.
are
There
those-
you go. 100.
Did you bring those pretzels, or did they hand those to you?
Those are Rich Eisen show pretzels.
Rich Eisen show.
Yeah, I stole them from. I had to
A lot of
stay
people
there to
listen
do
to
an
that, I
interview
think,
for ESPN, so I took some stuff.
Wait,
Okay.
were you on Rich Eisen today?
No, my the No Contest Wrestling podcast that I do.
Oh,
is-
you do it out
is
of
in
there?
that building.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
It's
So
it's
they-
Rich Eisen branded.
yeah. So they allowed me to stay so I could turn the lights off, so I take things.
Nice.
I like that.
Do those pretzels have peanut butter in them?
Yep.
Oh, those are nice.
Or do they got something else?
Only the
love
finest.
those are
Only
lovely
the finest.
I love the peanut butter pretzels. So Mace, tell me this if I can.
Yeah.
I followed your social media this weekend.
Yes.
And you took my suggestion. You stayed at the Fountain Blue in Vegas.
The Fountain Blue is absolutely beautiful. Now, it was
Yeah.
super cheap, which makes me think it's not doing well. It was like we paid like $270 for the room, which was a great deal considering some of the other prices around.
You can't say that, Mace.
What?
That was amazing.
You can't say they're not doing well.
Well,
said
no,
it
I
makes
just
it
want
feel like-
the prices were so low because that was supposed to be like the high end place. The prices were low. I was surprised. It was a bargain to stay at the Fountain Blue. I'm not saying
Yeah,
they're
I
not
think-
doing well, but they weren't as crowded and the rates weren't as high
Now,
as you would expect.
Did you book ahead of time or did you wait till you got to town?
Last minute, bam.
See, there you go. They were just
that
trying
what
to,
it
I'm
is?
sure they're just trying to fill the rooms for the night so like they discount the
Cappy,
price.
I think the Fountain Blue is a really cool hotel. You know what's weird about it is it's not like the Vegas hotel you expect with the loud racket from the casino and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit more laid back.
Well, it's also a little bit further down the strip.
Yes.
So, like, what's going to happen is like when they finally get rid of Circus, you know,
My God,
they'll-
some of
they'll
those
build-
places.
Right. They'll build like a brand new high-end kind of place, and the strip will just keep expanding. So I'm glad you took my suggestion there, and then you went and saw the Eagles. But I'm sure you talked about it. I heard a little bit today. Give me the experience. Did you get the full VIP pregame, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, all that stuff. We got to go to stay in the suite. I guess this is where the Eagles put their guests, the members of the band. And there's like a bartender there, and there was delicious food. We actually ate dinner in that suite. It was excellent. And then
Did you talk to any of the other guests and say, like, who are you with? Like, and they said, hey, I'm Don Henley's friend. You go, oh, good, I'm Deacon Fry's
Well,
friend. Did
you know
have
what?
that?
You know what's too bad is next to me. I found out later. Deacon's mom was sitting right next to me, but I didn't
Oh,
know
my
it was
God.
her, and I didn't say anything. But it turns
Why
out it was
not?
Deacon's mom because I didn't know.
How do you not introduce
I
yourself?
did not
No, no,
know
but don't
she
you-
was Deacon's
no, no.
mom. We're at a
Wait, hold
concert.
on.
When was the
Wait.
last time you went to a concert and introduced yourself to the person next
He
to you?
does all the time.
Okay, hold
all
on.
the time.
Hold on. O'Shea, let me pose this to you.
Okay.
So here's the deal. You met Deacon at Mason's birthday party.
Cool dude.
Okay? And by the way, it was my favorite part of the entire party was watching you and him standing there together talking.
It's so cool.
I know that he knows who you are because he hears you on the radio, and he's a huge Laker fan. And I kind of was looking at you going, so O'Shea probably doesn't know who this guy is.
I didn't. No.
Right.
But I just saw a Laker fan, and we're talking Lakers. Let's talk some Lakers.
Right, and that's all that was.
That's
It was
all
just
I
two
need,
Laker
bro.
fans,
Yeah.
not two guys who one's become a famous movie star and one who's become a famous rock star, you know?
Yeah.
And so, Mase, when you go to somebody's suite, tell me
Yes.
if you think this is common courtesy.
Okay.
If Deacon invites you, or any rock star invites you to his suite,
Any rock star, yes.
you
Right.
know that you're in his suite. Therefore, you know the people in his suite are his people.
Yeah.
So when now, Mase, you're one of his people. So if there's a lady sitting next to you, you go, hi, I'm Steve Mason. How are you? Great, I'm so-and-so. How are you? Hey, what's your relationship? How'd you get into this suite tonight? Oh, I'm friends with Deacon. How about you? I'm Deacon's mom. Like, don't you think
It's
that's
a
like a
rock
normal thing?
concert.
Absolutely.
When are you
Absolutely.
introducing yourself to
that's
the person next to
absolutely-
you?
That's absolutely normal decorum for a normie. That's what we like to call him. But a Hall of Famer like Steve Mason,
right?
You just got to expect people to know who that is.
So wait, you're thinking that Deacon's mom should have like seen him and
No,
gone, oh,
no,
well, I didn't want to talk to him because he's such a Hall
Well,
of
she
Famer."
didn't hear the voice. He's a radio guy. You got to hear the voice.
Seriously,
Then she would know.
when was the
Nobody
last
at fault
time you
here.
went to a rock concert and introduced yourself to the person next to you? I just think that's ridiculous.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay. So at that concert, before the concert even started, you know that there's the seating area that looks to the stage, and then behind it was like a nice like couch and chilling. So I was like, hey, how are you? What's your name? Hi, Steve. How are you? What's your relationship? What are you doing up here? Oh, well, Don Henley, I was his chef for all these years, and he invited me to the show. Oh, great. Well, hey, I'm Scott. I'm friends with Deacon. Okay. Then the next person, hey, how are you guys? Oh, we used to be, we would accommodate the Fries when they would come to Hawaii. So we took care of them when they were in Hawaii. So they flew us over here for the show tonight. I met everybody in the suite.
Right.
I got business cards. I got phone numbers. Like, I'm friends with all these people.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
So what happened was I ended up in the next suite because I ended up the pre-concert. I went to the next suite because it turns out Bryan Cranston was there. So I hung out with Bryan before, and I never met. That's a flex. And I never met the people.
Day is crazy.
Never
you're
met the
flexing
people
all
in
over
our
O'Shea,
box.
and O'Shea's your friend, man.
Right.
Wow,
O'Shea
dude.
was just in a movie with
I did
Bryan.
a movie with Brian.
I know.
That's a
you
flex.
You flexed back.
Yeah.
O'Shea just flexed back on you, man.
Yes, he did.
Damn right he did.
Can we go back
Damn
to
right he
though, Cappy treating a concert situation like it's LinkedIn? Like, what are you doing here?
Have you met the guy?
Yeah, that's how his posts from the party have gone.
But Marcus, all I'm saying is I felt like I was flattered to be invited to that suite, so I wanted to know who the other people were in the suite. That's all.
You're schmoozier than I am. You're probably the
feels less-
schmooziest person I've ever met.
I think you're right, Mace, but it feels less schmoozy from Cappy. With you, it feels real schmoozy. You know
You
what I
think
mean?
so? How do you
feels
mean?
a little dirty, a little slimy.
a little dirty schmoozy.
No, you're
slimy schmoozy.
You know what I did, Cappy? I turtled a little bit. I was just kind of on my own.
Whoa, hey.
Turtled.
I didn't turtle over the weekend. That's what I got that story later.
Oh, you're not going to believe this. I mean, I think it's that anal catheter thing that
No.
got you. Wow.
No, that's not what happened. Oh, it might be actually.
I think it's an after effect.
Do you think it stretched everything out?
I think it probably loosened things up a little
It might
bit.
have.
Yeah.
You're a
O'Shea,
survivor.
do you know what
Thank
you
you.
got yourself into?
Oh, he knows.
I'm just here to watch Broadway with violence. That's what wrestling is at the end of the day.
Listen, O'Shea, I'll make you this promise. At 3:07 p.m., I won't fall asleep during the show.
All right.
Okay, that's my only promise. today.
That's all I ask. You're a survivor, bro.
Thank you. We'll talk
Now, I don't
about
know
that
if you
too.
know this or not, but last week, apparently somebody was zip-tied to the ring. Is that right, Shay?
Jay Uso might have been predisposed and led onto the ropes and had to watch his twin brother get beaten to a bloody pulp by the ring general Gunther, and we have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
There's just no way you could beat up my brother in front of me and we not throw hands.
Anybody
And we're
bring
gonna
zip
give away
ties
some
to the show
WrestleMania
tonight?
tickets.
Oh, I have no idea. But the thing with WWE, they always try to top what they did the week before because we are on the road to WrestleMania, Mace.
That's right. And we're giving away a pair of tickets to WrestleMania, right?
To me, I hope. I gave you Super Bowl tickets. Can I get some
That's true.
WrestleMania tickets?
Shay, by the way,
Whoa.
Yeah, wait a second.
You
This
gave
is
Mace
news?
Super Bowl tickets?
Where have y'all been?
Yeah.
Y'all not fans of the show?
Wait, when was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
back-
the Rams Super Bowl at SoFi?
No.
Back
It
in
was the
20
Broncos.
the Broncos Super Bowl against Carolina up at
Super Bowl
At
50.
Levi Stadium.
Yeah,
Super Bowl 50 in
Levi.
Santa Clara.
Yeah.
And you gave him those tickets.
Yeah.
When you say gave, you mean like literally gave and like didn't charge money?
As you can tell, I'm always on Mason in Ireland now.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
He did not charge money. Yeah.
No.
He wanted,
It was just a
and
nice gesture.
it was cool because remember this was the year before the Rams got here, and Juan was a huge Broncos fan because he grew up in Wyoming. So to be there to see the Broncos win was gigantic.
Yeah, and I was a fan of the show, and I was hearing him talk about how he was looking for tickets and the price of tickets, and then the people over at Bud Light where they wanted me to go to the Super Bowl do a spot for them, and I was like I want to go, but he needs to go, so I gave him the tickets.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's what a sweetheart.
Yeah,
You didn't even
the
charge
best.
him like 60% face value?
60% is the right number.
60% is
Y'all
not
are
the right
wild,
number. I got the right
60%
number.
is Mace.
Listen, bro, I'm going to heaven.
Yes.
Hey, Mace, how were those seats, by the way, at Super Bowl 50?
They were great. In fact, Jim Harbaugh was sitting in our section.
Okay.
That would have been cool.
Does that mean like 10 seats away? Does it mean 5 rows behind you?
No, he's like in the next
icky?
section
It feels
over.
icky.
What do you mean?
Just feels icky. It's different.
What's icky?
They're hating Mace. They're hating Mace.
Don't hate. Celebrate.
Are you hating on me?
No hating. Oh, I would never hate on
on
you.
a Monday?
No way. No hating. I followed your whole trip, man. New York looked great. Saturday Night Live looked fun.
I tried to take little shots as I went along. Because it was a fun trip. It was like my birthday trip. I don't know if you heard this, but I gained 9 pounds since my birthday.
No way, really?
Yeah,
Really?
9
Pack it
effing
on.
pounds. Are
Summer
you kidding
shred
me?
starts now.
I got some
shred.
extra diuretics if you want to borrow them.
Want
I'm
those?
sure you do, but I'm going to
Mace,
pass.
is that why you didn't share any like shirtless like spa pictures like you normally do on your vacations?
That is exactly why I did not
the 9 pounds?
send out a photo of me under a waterfall with my shirt off. Yeah, 9 pounds will change your mind.
Now, how was SNL? I've never been. I want to go. How was it?
It was so cool.
Yeah.
By the way, my our buddy Jeff Blake, who produces the show, was at the Ovechkin game yesterday.
Wow.
He's a huge hockey guy, and he's a Kings fan, and he also roots for the Islanders. And he told me last week, he said, I got tickets for Washington and the Islanders next weekend. I'm hoping I see the goal. And sure enough, he was there for the goal. It was his daughter's first hockey game. Super cool that he got to be there. But Saturday Night Live is just a spectacular experience. It is so cool. What's weird is, you know how, I don't know if you know this or not, but Morgan Wallen was the musical guest last week.
Okay.
And apparently he walked off the stage at the end of the show and sent a tweet out that said, I'm glad to be returning to God's country or whatever it was.
And had T-shirts ready to sell, too, right after he did the tweet.
It was a whole big deal that he planned. What's weird is during the rehearsal, he walked off too. It was like he was practicing his walk-off during the rehearsal.
Okay.
But it was all in all a great show. Mikey Madison was terrific, and it's really cool to be there.
What is the crowd number like? Is it 500 people? Is it 200 people? Like, is there?
I think
how
it's
many
more
people
like
are-
200 people.
Okay, so it's that small.
It's that small. It is like one of the toughest tickets there is because there's only 200 people in there.
O'Shea, can you
okay,
get,
now I'm starting to
O'Shea,
see,
can you
Mace.
get me any tickets?
Didn't that feel, it felt icky,
That was
right?
a crazy flex right
Yeah.
there.
I know, can you get any tickets to SNL? Bud Light needs you for something?
No,
Yeah.
man. They don't.
Shay, do you want to go to
let me in
SNL?
there.
I can get you in.
Yeah, Shay, he can get you in.
No, I don't
you
think,
are in rare form.
Shay, I don't think you should go until you're hosting.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go until I host.
When you
It's
host,
gotta
who do you
be
think's
fun.
going to hit you up for tickets then?
Oh man, I got to bring Mace, bro. I got to get on the show more.
And not John?
Show more.
Mace, real quick.
John is the heel of the show.
They announced today, our friends from Yachtly Crew, they're doing one LA show this year, Saturday, November 29th at the Peacock Theater, right there at LA
Right
Live.
here.
Now, Cappy and I are already in. We were contacted over the weekend to bring them on. Are you going to join us? But we're going topless this year.
You're going topless?
To celebrate my new look.
What
Are
the
you
F
going to
does that
join
mean?
us?
You're not. You're going to go
Here's what it
topless
means.
to the game?
Here's what it means. Let me explain to you
To
what
the
it
show?
means. So as an SNL fan,
Yep.
you ever remember the scene where Chris Farley and Patrick Swayze do like the
Chippendales.
The Chippendales,
The
yeah.
Chippendales? That's what Mia Morales
Oh,
planned
my
to look
God.
like.
That is just
yeah.
awful.
Only Morales has lost so much weight that he's going to look so much better than Farley.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to take a pass on this. I love the
Really?
band.
Why
I'd
is
love
that?
to be at the show.
No
I'm
SNL,
not.
I'll
I'm
tell you
not
that.
going.
Yeah.
I'm not going topless.
I don't know, man. It'd be,
Why?
What's
it'd
the
be amazing.
What's the date of the show?
No, Saturday, November 29th, Peacock Theater at LA Live.
Okay, I'm putting it on
Gives
my
you a lot of
calendar.
time.
I'm there.
Thanksgiving weekend, though. Are you going to be out of
Just past
town?
Thanksgiving.
No, normally the family comes in for Thanksgiving.
Because Cappy already had to ask Rachel for permission.
Oh, is that right?
Shirtless after Thanksgiving? Y'all are bold.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, I can't eat,
Right
I can't
after
eat much these days.
No sodium. F sodium.
No sodium.
That's crazy.
A
Usually
lot
you
of
have to-
sodium in turkey
You
meat.
got to pay a subscription for stuff like that.
Hey, you know, I'll tell you, of all the things...
Don't tell us anything.
Of all the
I don't wanna
things
hear
I
it.
did, you know what the coolest one was?
I know.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.